mistronya jumana nyami besraem obraya boya amoya muraye ebe ya efri yanara amabe ya efri yanara asitre be ya efri yanara amabe ya efri yanara azije amoya muraye Sampayetia Obanyansa fuso wo bunuya wanka na asam Tema futu sam kakre wa supreme Yo kofi Oman ya woman Omani ya mamana Enyi baby ako Wachata ya warenyi Wonsom wanini pa Kasadi pa wofyo ye Yamo yemberaye ebe ya efuyana Amaya umano Amaya mamana Ati waya nora Nyamichata Yemana renya Wonso wanyinyi pa Sawaya wanabe Yamo yemberaye ebe ya efuyana Wonso wanyinyi pa Asadipa ofioyo Kamo ya miraye Abeya efiyana Amabeya efiyana Asite beya efiyana Oh Amabeya efiyana Yana Kamo ya miraye Abeya Abrayu arabo Amabeya efiyana Eminawa Kamo yemeraye Abeya efiyana Ese Amabeya efiyana Abraya Wesabeya efiyana Aho Amabeya efiyana Kamo yemeraye Abeya Yamoniye Amabeya efiyana Abraya boya Kamo yemeraye Abeya Abayo Amabeya efiyana Abayi warabo Kamo yemeraye Abeya
Unity Radio, the voice of the people.
Tumpawa weyes na winya Yamishira Komani paya zefua Enyanum Yafanya mistronya jumana Nyami besraem Obraya boya Amoya muraye Ebe ya efiyana Amabeya ya efiyana Asite beye ya efiyana Amabeya efiyana Azije Kamo yemeraye Ebeya Efa enye bengawa Amabeya
Listen to Unity Morning with Popo National, the only morning show you need. Unity Radio, the voice of the people. Unity Radio, the voice of the people. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great-great-grandmother? Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change. Oduman Kuma Tradion Pong, Woso, Otutun Tata, Baba Bibi Baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand, you're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go and see the people they got there. Dr. Kwamena Duncan, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. Evangelist, Bishop, Asori Sikakwana Miria, they are there. They don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building, they can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
And I'll build it because I know how to build it. This is the way we welcome you to today's show. It is yet another day on Unity Radio 103.9, doing what we do best, bringing you everything from Ghana, news, sports, entertainment, politics, economics, and what have you. Special good morning to you, Frances Punamani, and of course to you, Nana Boating, all the way in Canada. Nana Uwo, Toronto, and now Ontario, and Canada, and me baby awo. As a Canada, Munkuni dia, and right, baby, as Mrs. Salgao say, dear me, Bokra number come Katrema, more Canada for most area. Namu Huri say Massachusetts, Yen State din, Kakraka, wa Mrs. Salgao say day, I want Ontario, say Massachusetts, Gano crew, no have a Katrema. Anyway, that is just by the way. Ya check Canada phone you na motion. Na Messi. Wana be you. Wana be you. Wana be ye. Wani ni bana Messi. Refuse you. Okay, Nana what is your Calgary AB. I don't know how to say the horns winning way.
Calgary, I know Calgary.
What's the Canada unyanko?
But I'm to say I'm setting my traps already. My traps are in place. I have 3 already set in Calgary. Okay, Calgary and I say Calgary. Calgary. One say no say only more. What's it?
3 traps.
3 traps have already been set.
I said just
I'm going to put big tents in small holes over there. But the market say question kitwan. Now I come on. I'm a man. Because say ho gidi cram.
The whole canning na na boating to you.
Oh, na say na there. Na say me chen baby one we call. I say we no landmines. Ti me tia so boom. You bo an say blast it. Omo mo call we omo nine.
Tina so wa manasre. Tina so
we
tie na wo sorry na tina na.
You
say ko Canada ko say ho.
Oh, say na there man must sow his royal oats. I'm a man. I'm like a tiger.
A man must
sow his royal oats everywhere.
A man must sow his royal oats. Just say Bema
dear.
Udia Abana nyame de dua mu. Baby udua bi.
Wo de kakra gu ho no.
It is said the Yesu ka say ogufo bi gu aba no.
Exactly. So biblical interpretation na me bre. Only Bible mu. Timi could need
to be gu kasem.
E bi be gu rock so, e bi be gu nkwanchen.
Francis men kan say you are missed.
Oh, honestly, I feel pa home. Miss my fin papa.
So you are missed.
Yeah, miss my fin papa. My fin say we no. Or doctor, with more doctor.
Oh, Tennessee, you can go anywhere. And Mame how?
Exactly.
I say Noah.
You
can go anywhere, Noah, please.
Exactly. You know, I'm a man. Tell not Timothy. About to see the winning. And I say, you have to keep a partner. Such way now plus 25. Me pay 100 a man or plus 25 for telling me that I'm a man. I can go anywhere and still come back home.
You pay 25 then, man.
Percent. Some teacher maximum. So no 25 that before the start of the race.
or 25%. Because what was I say?
Yes, a man should go anywhere. You want to be a bully lawyer. You want to lead me into temptation. As for the interpretation, one of them, but I'm sure
we say Tina already know Obenya way because
25% before we start the race or no be a competition plus 25.
Manu jo catch Peter Ken say will radio so ye issue.
Peter Ken, your radio so.
Ye issue, your point be friend.
Your point be from Peter Ken. Stay off the phone for the next 4 hours. Stay off the phone for the next 4 hours. Ebo Ghana 6 and you bet him no akasa. Exactly.
Because he will radio so.
And no cry be dwen ho but this year the men friend.
Peter, you know bekasa later. Why?
Yes. Cutting.
Makatin.
Yes.
And back to where Eric obetite ho oye wi ano aka say Manuchu statement TV.
Oh, Eric. My friend no cry number online because
obi say your friend real Kwamena fires ni din there PHAYZZ. Say Fezo, say Firezo. Anyway, also share from Brekum, Ghana.
Yes, Brekum, Chelsea. Brekum, Chelsea.
One of the nicest cities.
Yes.
But me visiting her, some catch say I got an unpleasant memory. Brekum as an Kotoko those days, they call it commentary. Easy. But the city itself, it's a very nice place. Yeah.
And not the man shada me see way asantema.
Na me ofan so me ofa down for pa no no Holland. Time me Ghana no na ofi.
Oh, okay.
Nti Brekum a place bia.
You have fun memories of the place.
And I like the place.
Okay.
It's almost secondary school no baby a war near day, you know. Yeah. It's a nice place.
All south and we have some thoughts about going up north.
Nothing or me minim so ko Brekum ko commentary da. Brekum.
Oh shit.
Brekum asna ne ko to ko da.
O kasa ne obi show enim. Obi on show bo ni bi wo enim kwa na ohwe.
Onye ko
o show wa no ni abeka.
Onye commentary nko Brekum ni Canada da. Maza onye journalist o Ghana.
Canada so another great area. E dey obeji 1-0 but what the ba. RTU. Ghana e dey do. Sisi abo na mu nche dan ye.
Me si Brekum asna me gina park no so. Sa me nyu so me hu sa me nya den. Ha!
But that's no why there.
I'm see journalist if Kumas no you be comment just say I to say Uti Kumas now a journalist Kumas there of course.
Yeah.
Kotoko bias.
Exactly.
Bias towards Kotoko.
No must be sisu and you can't say it or show one. Yeah, said you be say you should just listen to what you are saying. Near for 90 minutes in your okay piano on keeping in memory. What to power one just say me who be water cried in the I saw that in so penny. I chele kamas now a boss and
penny crowd is okay.
No boss that time. Yeah, na sashay whatever.
Enti Brekum for in Chambas was a nice day though. Beautiful. Saturday na okay Kwamena Doji.
Yeah, Kwamena Doji. Yeah.
Those were the days Kotoko top players are here.
Yeah.
No more almost squad.
That time next time on a phone time ball. Kwamena Doji there. It's not a well known said the only one of the few where people are named.
Those were the days that year no. Yeah, that year no.
Wow.
And they call her Kotoko.
So happen Kotoko win here.
No, Mr. Kotoko.
1-0.
Now lose.
Exactly. That time there you can't win. RTU you can't win. Edian 1-0. Ediana you can't win.
Yeah. And to back to Manucho's stake for this morning.
Exactly.
Edian Ode mine. Your angle sponsored by Big Olu. Now Tina started Tina say or say he wants to be like you. Nothing other me my head. And I want to be like me.
That's a 1 year. I'm learning from you.
Hey, Tina. And I never crucify. My partner crucify no radio Susano.
Yeah, because or buy you. Because very good morning to
because Ose Manuchu. It's me ako baby.
Yes, I can go everywhere. I can enter every place.
I'm a mako kebinti.
Yes.
Into the bamiso. Unia be man mi o.
O akwa ba.
Kai who say any ex brother. Kai who say any ex brother. Ti de uye bi ahweni e. Augustine Amakisi watina. Yo. What's that?
My ex brother biti hazi. Menti bi da. No eminia.
No eminia. What be that?
So still eminia dey
ex brother. Until the obedi Manuchu achi. Na so yi mi ama. Yimi ma.
O yi wo mo kan crop so ko heaven. Nti onimu wo bayo.
Person ko heaven na o se ko ba bia opebia no. Oh,
say me the person manage. He knows that a man polyamorous relationships then nyamiji tum. Nyamiji tum say obetumi aye. Obetumi if you can contain all of them.
Real Kwamena say sorry for that bad experience in my darling home brekum.
Yes.
Kwamena is part of your jumana.
Oh yes.
Yes. Say occupational hazard.
Exactly.
Nya honkwa tamale susa tamale cry west. Caladam Park.
Yeah. Yes, a park. You need to. That time it was a grass.
Yeah.
Not grass for park.
Grass way.
Yes, I could call them. Where that you are.
Caladam Park. Oh my goodness.
I'm with you, man. Then you need to bring.
Yeah, those were Kotokone has a pre-liga. Now Kotokone RTO match has what Rishimu say.
I bet they
Kotokone go lose 3 points.
They are 3 film.
It is all and now Kotokone has in time ana league near Kotoko has no. So mo ball league na obia calculate Kotoko akobrekum, Kotoko akotamale. Those were
two major games
areas are
plus -3 or +1.
And that Kotoko shebrekum as now.
Yeah, no, so mo bang league.
No,
so according to 3 above now has
those were the days. Those were the days.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Nagana league net dead.
Yeah.
Because the smaller clubs, I imagine say won't mean for clout. And my crew is here.
Exactly.
Yes,
and the clubs were community based.
Krama and Peneduania.
Yeah.
And yes, I could come fanko.
Now you see the clubs were community based.
Yeah, they were.
So the people of the town really got involved. But you see, I quite say be Mediama Dreams FC near the Karelano. I quite say Obidia. Although they try to bring it back to the community, but there's that absolute control. Say, a person top player, you can't go in there and tell him that I'm man and tongue. But those times, if you tell him Kwandia, if you are if you upper west, so you say any dia. So we nyanti koti upper west, wow, all stars, not team and yet upper west heroes. But me cram be two. My dad used to mention them.
Say na Frances na omudi nkomobi ho na mama ni nkonkonsa ka kancha. Obisa Frances bisa tina say ne ho tisɛn ɛna tena respond we say not so bad dear Biden is taking good care of us.
Yes.
And
Frances
say good for you guys, not us when Anadu they kill us. Inti tina Virginia say Biden is taking good care of us. Frances in Takrady says Nanadu they kill us. Direct opposite.
Exactly. And who feels it knows it. He feels that Charlie he's been well taken care of. Obviously, himself, Charlie, I'm at the hot, I'm at the gym. Yeah, bonfire. That's why we do some of these things, at least, so that we pray one day.
Then I say, Brekum is no go zone.
Yes, yes.
Maza. Now, your friend, Gadama chairman.
There's a journalist, a very dear brand,
Yakubu Moro. And surprisingly, so once I know I am a favorite CEO. A interview be exclusive. Mena menya.
Wow.
Near friend Gadama. No, your nickname, your friend Gadama.
Now, say on anything, I sell a mafia. Then I can imagine.
The supporters, you. Now, someone said day of the match, and day of the match, and Yamin Kwon. Me cry there, me who anka.
Okay.
Yanyame she. Na chese wujina hono nyoma ye to ba no. Nti wo ye commentary just so sa dan wani.
Say we
bo. Nti sa bibi bo.
Utu me ka me bi se bia anka go on 10 ye to bo na pai.
Yeah.
You be sure that prepare.
Say na obisa head of IT Unity Radio Christopher Quason.
Oh okay. Finally.
Papa na o say
finally.
They are not only now kind of can already.
Oh yeah, send me see Android. Me see we iPhone. Na me hear me. App no pa Unity Radio will start app. Ma hwehwe wa na boy. Maninya ashegu. Oh Chris ya bro. Ya bre papa. Me huna me ntumi nka nti me huna na metumi aka.
Mpanifo ka se ni panim ti se ko twa masa.
Exactly.
Bra yi di ha twa wa twa ball.
Oh exactly.
Bra yi beduru antimi nka hwe.
Your friend well with or without. Sada bro ni friend.
Said you samai.
Exactly. Wow sha. My say tete headmaster no biti mo den say be before no. But me uni bakra na ma no go say we no.
And no stake no here then.
It's ya kwa ni asaba.
Yes, Ajay man na Eric na make say man to stake.
Exactly. Me do be bisam.
And quick 5 minutes.
5 minutes. And we waiting that year no. You will not see a good in bed or a good cook. Bema dey say if you have that clear way choice between a woman who is good in bed, who is very good at cooking for you. She's a very good cook, but she's not good in bed.
Baku good in bed.
Yeah, or a
good cook. And I see you both.
No, you can't have both. You are in a dilemma. You have to choose one as a pole or as a man.
Computer man about Unjiano.
So
is a radio no show no so see a friend computer man. And madam for be testing say na Ken Kalusha the time bia no see trust ready bibi for because there were computer man.
Exactly. He took a sneak peek. They be no so a computer man. Exactly.
And I'm saying that's the Kalusha for you, Ken Kalusha.
So we serious. I mean,
Ken Akwaba.
Yeah.
Tenas with you. Nti can be bicha no rapor kakra no pay. Yemfa say tena your ba we hia no na we yada.
Valuta, you say valuta. Manicho, I think I rap it.
Men rapping no. Oh dear.
Good morning. I'm going to say
elevate the conversation. Why do you keep the what to say
yes, everyone say we share tena.
Exactly.
They said they will see amount for applications right. And now we are that tena ya abonu ni he.
No me na abonu say me chairman Manicho.
What the for Manicho to change.
That be my material that. Me
Yemfa say
you mean you mean to be my van that.
This year na dey way put on me but never shall be. You see Yemfa say let's assume, let's take it that.
That be as
oh run away, you never know. Anything can happen. You are see there.
Now so golden seed.
Manicho Michael Zocha, Michael Dumpty. Your brother,
yeah,
your enemy turned
exactly. You know, I love such people. Me say no, in this trading, when people are passionate about what you say,
now you stick, you know.
Yes.
We can't say none of for so one go for better station. Uniform.
Oh, I see. I mean,
he sent those messages on Facebook.
It's a rapture.
I feel they was say we are the favorites.
Exactly. It's a rapture. They find you see such people are the people I love. They had an impression, and when they erase, they will tell you in your face. They don't form it.
Nana say
and stay with it.
Nana say was okay. Benjamin Ando appear.
Our Sweden man.
Today I'm here throughout the program.
Yes.
I say they won't go baby.
Exactly. We appreciate you.
Ben share the show.
Yes.
Nana say Phillips say, nope, Opu. The secret is Kalusha is always texting me. It's working for us. Good day.
Kaluaka de ato. De bia eti enya so test no ba. Sawa. Oba no umia no asade test no. I'm here o come. Oba ya na say wa buy.
Ntima men kan chama. Yeah, it's surprising.
On Facebook. On Facebook. Facebook. Now you don't need to be the person's friend.
No. I think I agree with you.
Oh yes.
Because you start to show no na say when you so. Manicho Kalusha buy me welcome na me the camera ne tone so apɛ
na buy
and na say wa buy
odu abonja say I'm coming, I'm almost there to bring man na chese no na say no crime me person call even to me Kalusha let them no crime
wow application man say twa
my son na Agradaa na say my bypass me they were taking his salary from
Williams and the Williams yeah I see I'm listening from London. Bless you guys.
Yes,
and London they say no be Chelsea.
Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal.
Andy
Arsenal. I mean, this is a smart dude. I mean, over the top.
No, we are not episode
Chelsea fans. Me need them at them. We say you do KJT. I'm Chelsea. No more the chuo truck. I'm respect you. I'm some line no. I'm a level no. I'm on tan Arsenal 1990 was wow. Asa Jesse be in Ghana. Asa Jesse I say Gucci bag. Ni aka na ehye no. It's only for members only. Now say me kra me endru me so won say ma shebida. I mean, they are still in the process of accepting that I'm a true smart Arsenal dude. In time there, you don't need to ask. Bema can take or to London. I mean, on your bow.
I still support to Arsenal 110%.
On your bow, or Bema. I mean, no more need.
That's Arsenal and Martin.
Outside in bad team. Chelsea in bad team.
No.
I Chelsea see. Get them company or say very Chelsea. So what? I'm say no wonder. Arsenal means power.
Rose
America we are throwing our Arsenals at them. They will war with our Arsenals. What are you talking about? It means that's the power. Now we want with our Chelsea. Now we are not going to sleep with them over there. We are going to beat them.
Chelsea, better. We say ma without this world.
I agree. You can take all the credit for being women. I mean, women are precious. Women are sweet. Chelsea is a women team, so you don't have to worry. I love women. They are sweet. They are sad. They are everything. They have every attribute. They have every attribute of a sweet person. But the bottom line is that Chelsea, a bad team. We are Bema there. You support a great team like Arsenal. I mean, beyond 3 points and trophies. Arsenal starts winning trophy. I mean, the joy is of them not winning trophies.
Agnes Asare,
Yes. Miss Mejinesopa.
Also, Basho Nusua. Unsen Quaninti Crayana Ukuno.
Oh, I'm Mr. Macra. I do not know what shall I say.
Why shall I say?
Yeah, unto the Lord for that was all.
Kofi Kenata and you are watching.
Me say, talented Obi. Akamiaka.
Okay, Mezango Fambo was it? Now, and now steak, you want to have a mo.
Me bisao, now Kwanoaba, a good bed or a good cook.
A woman, none of steak there. Why would you ask?
No,
Kalusha
can help.
I don't say no crown the right person because I don't know the applications cried and
maybe
mischievous. It's
also applications now this year. Well, pin up so you're single person warrant. You miss out say requirements no open or bar or you good in bed. And I say open bar or you good cook. You can have both.
Does it imply to men too? So men too can cook.
No, it's what would you say? Okay, I'm fan say be a good cook there. So what do you know?
No, I want to win
in
life there.
In Manucho's puzzle today, you can have both.
Yes.
Just choose one, Yanko.
So why you see Yasu?
Baby,
you can't have both. You are being mischievous.
Prioritize it.
And your man, more careful. I'm want to meet Jinan and answering your decision. You're better. Wow. Chalemenko, we will start it and answer me Clark University. Miko Clark and I'm going to state. I was meeting you. Now, then I will win the fair lady. You don't even, you should tell them. Then the woman will know that, oh, I'm going in with this. Babu one more boy, Diana, but in Pem, they know I say Timberlord. This one, man, skills obey you.
Why you skills? And that's when you have the strength to go and do the job. What are
you? You prioritize your food.
I know who will be so say. Obisa say applications now. Say,
half and half. Half and half.
Be penny me na
1 penny over to more. No, but life
me penny na
life there. You think then you want a superwoman because they all have their strengths. So go on, very good in bed. No, I mean only a few. So to sure about maybe are you a good cook and are you good in bed? I mean you met a woman who beside this veritable question of a person who was say Charlie. I know my strengths, but I want to know what I'm going for.
Why you choose sell it here?
That means my applications no are complete.
That means they are complete.
No, son, why me no near worry. Me no when you pay me. Kalisha, son worry.
Next question ready.
Oh, say chance.
I can answer, please.
Kalisha, babu jani. Italian to answer chebe yano.
Okay, Christopher. Chris. Okay, Chris is your pair. Lady good in bed.
Chris, I know can.
IT boss. We yano.
Mante, pese me.
Tina say. Tina say, as for me, I'm all round.
Wow. Tina me penny
and Tina
me penny.
Kalusha.
Na me
Tina say on only the 50-50. There's a cooking 50. There's a bean chamber just no.
But
that's it to be kind of there.
No, but
their own can.
A man should not go for 50-50. A man should have you see you intuitively choose one. Who made a mistake? You chose it and made a mistake. I don't 50-50.
Now, so if you're
now what down, you can't give me woman on top, woman on the left, and then Foxy. Want to be Mr. Is was say 50-50. 50-50 in a day. No.
Into there now,
be very good in bed. At the end of the day, I mean, we can always go out and find food. At the back there, somebody can. Over to me, boy, na back on the bin to me, wow. At the end, they so be crabby to me, mammy. But we Mr. I mean, me my seen him chairman no more. I'm a man. It's here. I'm wondering, but I say I want food. I mean,
no.
I told the guy that go for a good in bed. There are certain things it's for life. We need Scarborough, so we have for cook, we have for chef. But unless you can take a prostitute to come and do that part for you, I don't think that people advise. It's a life there. Life there. Pepper bar. I mean, about training train yourself to be very good in bed. You're very good in bed, and the rest will follow. Mama personally queens now. They
just we stick no.
Exactly. Dilemma. Say a dilemma of a man. Say I mean about median pan or about you good in bed. Which one should be my priority before I set up on the relationship part? On the relationship part, any here. And I'm choice between these two. Which one should be my priority? Oh, I'm say that child don't joke with sex. Sex is good all the time. All the time, sex is good. Sex is like I nearly said God, but people would say I'm blaspheming. So I wouldn't say it. But sex is very important.
I was reading me who article now, and I'll be article be ordered by I feel the doctor for only be say sex. At blood pressures.
Oh yes. They say Lucy when veins in the idea. Too much of everything is bad.
We only be brave. Yeah. Say there.
Says just research a coso. We had to be brain so the end yet. What come about now? What's at so? But who was sex is so bonny. I did then be wide. So in life it there.
Where then I repeat.
I did then be wide.
What's this who here
on sex having sex and bonny. If there's eternity, you continue. Now we are now be with I say to you that only problem.
Oh my God.
And shut down bonny. But
what do we do with you?
Oh, say
now it's not what do I. It's what do we?
Gospel according to Manicho. I mean GOM. It's virtually not there. But moderation, my dear, in a month 21 times you have to come and submit me a prostate cancer. Because the way no. Exactly 21 times minimum. You have to come. And so make sure you come. Come the CUM, not the CAOME. Your CUM. I'm talking about CUM. Coming. Coming. CAM they're coming. They say
that's so we are. Oh, Kwamena Duncan.
I come no koi. Agradaa no ase sabi de mi gina mi se before no. Oh, nti. Is a when national bosom ti. Obi bibia de di.
Yeah, Agradaa national bosom.
Yeah. Kweku bonsam so atu bia man pa.
So wonim Sir John.
Oh yes.
Na wonim no.
Yes, the late.
Yeah. So na wonim.
Yeah. The share delegates.
Say yeah.
Kuka
Secretary. Say what Sir John Bosuo for the one year Akufo-Addo Nanado president. Any MPP mpanimfo, national executives, any constituency executives say omunsi na yi ase a. Ebe yonwa.
Ebe me also.
Sir.
Oh yes.
Also sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Why would they tell that to?
Nti omuso mu hia omo Sir John yi ase. We don't want to see you at the funeral of Sir John. Akufo-Addo others want.
Wow, that means there is a bad blood.
And you won't say there be a better edumadi idea na me hu say me ka say amount for the who see my politics.
Yes.
No one for when see who am my you see, okay, say Kwamena J. So okay, Kwamena J. NDC Kwamena J. Oh yeah, parliament. So Kwamena J went to parliament. One time, yeah.
Oh, okay. But no, you was the chairman
NDC near the. I say so who near to no.
Yeah, he also had a lot of bad.
But no, he am was a partner in Amakra.
Yes.
Kwamena J. Sat on the just say don't get ya.
Oh yeah.
Omo no na the face of
Shobo. And more say Ombekasa because Bakunya yare na the neighbor US. Ebe sana yare. No so yare. Ghana, na money da Ghana wuya.
So you are conjecturing that will be the issue.
My Sir John Dinana. Yeah. Oh, they said story no mun kind of muhu. But I never get into all those stories. Tina ya na me say politics there. So what you are, be good for your community, be good for your country. Say o party and you are ya. Oh, okay, so man we konongo MP we o film no.
Yeah, konongo.
No, you're finance minister. Oh,
yeah, no, a member of parliament for Biakoye constituency.
Yeah, Kwamena yeah,
in the Oti region.
Yeah, Kwamena J parliament.
On the ticket of the
Kojoban Radio. You see, Kojoban Radio was an MPP man.
Yes.
But one where Juma Papa or you film no.
Yeah.
Ne region. Me started from the district, the constituency, the region.
Constituencies are in districts.
Yeah, the region. What I say, any of mine, the country, everybody mourned him.
Yes, it was one of the most.
And at the man here, Kono cry say, from all political divides. When who NDC need your car say, Papa, NDC for in as much as say, or person be MPP slip on no power no, they applauded.
Yeah, one of the most respected.
You see,
yes, it's Kojoban Radio.
That is why I always say, you can die a hero.
Oh yes,
in your country.
And then say, you know. I'm trying to find debts that came on him, but in my head, but it's not coming.
Oh no, they're not yari.
Yeah, no, the debts are the two man.
Yeah.
Say if him be anchor, you say we on all
exactly.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, but
from both sides.
Yeah, Banredu established himself as one of the most respected
politicians ever
yes,
to have ever lived.
Yes.
May he so rest in peace. Sir John, talk I Sir John ne Nanado.
Oh yes.
Ne sama o kakan.
Yes.
Say I say Nanado to wheelchair mu kra ba.
Yes. And they said, so it tells you the level of that demigod status of the man.
Politician, now, Mami, and Bama, you say, in Ghana youth, you had non program where you should try to educate them to think national.
And you see, I'm happy you said, and the other side, Rollins and Akufo-Addo too, nobody knew they could be that close. Politicians, what can I say? At that point, said
MPP became MPP because of the rivalry they had for Rollins.
Yes, of course.
Nitaya da money Rollins. Everybody or call Yaudiemu or Rollins.
Yeah, my dad is an epitome. Rollins will do meeting. It's not Akufo-Addo. If Akufo-Addo could fight, Kufo was too soft. My dad told me Akufo-Addo dear.
But once in the end, Kufo na no move Kufo was too soft. Kufo was rather Rollins had that fracas. But once Akufo-Addo no be one. And just one ninyo.
Yes.
By just politics.
Times change. Permanent interest. With the times they can change. What you are fighting for today.
Fight for the national interest.
Exactly. Yeah, so that your conscience will always be judging you. They be say me yet me say my mom will be a strong MPP and I may try to turn my strong NDC try to turn my tanga. Me have a problem. You see, but at the end of the day, you know that what the more you learn, the more you can't belong because I think you support some negatives.
We'll get into all this.
Then I will see and support.
Martin, I do a two bomb ne.
Yes.
Or say Kisia Jabina, Yanado appointing as special prosecutor.
Nominee. Yes.
Or surrogate.
Oh, okay.
Surrogate to a Japa deal.
Wow.
Surrogate to Gabimo.
Yes.
Now, ono Amidu no mo yes to frustrate him so be through no to me.
Or
the crata 2.5 page aba.
Wow.
That kind of now show ni so.
Wow.
Na ti phone say nye na e ka hye na no.
Wow.
Now I say hwe. I say he's watching how.
Yes.
He said Jabin betumi handle corruption cases in Ghana.
Exactly.
Obian han ani no onye.
No hwe. Onya special interest like for the special prosecutor job. But it's a strange one. But say Japan deal in Agradaa say he's deeply involved into only no film before, so he sets it up beautifully.
And so kai over friend said Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambas.
Yes, he's a mobile. Yeah, minimum power. And
there were kasa chere parties no mienu. Na ni story ni ye me de pa. O say woman ucho wu pe power. Kalushe pe power. Na mweni ate. Na mo who Ghana problems. Na mo who Ghana how munya power ni wie ya.
Yeah, eyes are closed.
Na mo ni akata.
Yes.
Problems na mo opposition. Mu hu ye no. Mo di ye dede ye campaign say ye nto abama mo no. Munya wi ni power ni wie a sa problems no. Na mo close my eyes on. Dr. Mohammed Ibn Osi maintain the same appetite for change in power as you had in opposition.
Exactly. You know, somebody gave me a beautiful article saying now was exactly 1 year. Akufo-Addo said he will build 88 district hospitals. Yeah, I sent you.
Tweet be another tweet years some few years ago. No paper.
2016.
Or see a Tisikaso.
Yes.
Or shown nicely.
Yeah, no food, no electricity, no work going.
We are rich. We are poor because of bad leadership.
Yes. He wrote a lot before he became and the Twitter never forgets, social media never forgets. We share simple and you realize that none of them has changed, has been fulfilled in our
and then social story, social point on this show. Maybe.
Yes.
Yapa, and I got IT person the picture number 2 so am I. Okay. We got the picture. Was the iron. Nipa bi mutrimu osuo nipa bi mutrimu ode o mema bi adwene nyew unim 7 cities ho yo mompa ye ka se here yo entina hwane ka se obompa ka che nyam se mane hia me pie na man ka se ntia no na Solomon na se hwan
it's a Bible way
o se mane hia me pie na man ka se nyame bia ni ho se
enwum bi ade am peda wenim I mean he chose that team to mama nkosasha ade mama
7 cities 7 cities ho.
It's just like a little bit
7 cities.
$1.2. Yeah.
7 cities. Or the ayo ahihye oba na nim ne nsa ho ne girlfriend.
$27.
7 cities.
Wow.
Oh, ye
kan na me hu ni. Me Ghana ska me nimo.
Project picture no mama Chris. Huh?
$27.
So what converted that?
Yes. Chris and mama Chris.
Oba ne se oton atade o se dem ma obi na bema ne se wagye sika no
wow
nti na chese omote on ahokyere ne ye deep. But the question is what kind of man can be that cruel? What the iron part or burning? Yeah, the picture
and the breast. At the breast or the family name the breast. Yeah, breast, hands and back. Oh,
that?
Or the family name and the breast and the hands. I mean, not just all the man with multiple bends. But
very so picture.
Yes, me.
Yeah, you be projector mama share YouTube ni Facebook ni so. I very sad.
Can you use a woman an iron on a woman's breast? This guy is very, very wicked.
Nanim ni dey here.
Oh, nanim no so yeah.
What the iron atare obi anim.
Yes, half side of the face.
Yeah,
he could have even lost the eye.
The eye.
Yes, it's very bad. It's not dopa. I mean, you know, iron Benson so is very, very painful.
Iron twice. Iron. A white nipa skin. Not just say that is too wickedness at this highest order.
Now, and the boyfriend, then, so I thought even the wife.
No, the boyfriend.
The boyfriend. A motor second-hand clothes. Now, like you said, you see, when you project the here parts, now people don't want to say, no, it's attitude. Let's forget the way. But it's all part. Would you say, Chroma say, and yet you sometimes you're able to leave things and go a bit far because they don't really need them. Your attitude there, but it's born out of the person to only be. Because you know that 7.
When's the last time I make us ask him?
Yes. So yeah, mama, attitude.
No, last be not make an anamo no me nyadwin say. Oh, me no here. Menim say Kalusha.
No, attack my. Yeah. No, me jitum. There are various factors, but here is very high.
Yan kan okre say. Be man the why na jimisem.
Yes.
I won't mean kasabi. We jimisem. Sebi.
I say almost prosecuting call life in prison.
Yeah, cheno. Jimisem. But then Manucho's point of view. So if we say kwepa sa nyoma ye kakra 7 cities ho.
Yeah.
Obe adano de na ye kano na ye obi nsu ne yiri nua ne yi ni.
Yeah, yeah, 20
sachet water. Ene no ko ye ne dempo.
Yeah,
obo no oye ne bibia mebo a.
Yes. It was bad.
So
yeah, cuz I made
and we nsu so 7 cities on a girlfriend. Say you can't Ghana some people don't see how serious it is. Abusia, I don't Manucho na me no okasa na me no nya adwene no na wontimas here. Time na okasa 1002 somebody needs a decent accommodation. Me kasa Ghana pa na minim no. So be 1002 1002 a month. Oh yeah, middle income.
Oh yeah, comparative.
So she 7 cities so what the ayo atare obi anim.
No, Paul.
Wait, some
people are born wicked. Some people are born wicked. This guy is a sheer wickedness.
Yeah,
it's sheer wickedness because girlfriend and girlfriend I want any baby now he said baby crab about 7 cities. Say 7,000 Ghana or 7 cities.
You see,
now you go to the stream say the eye question now. That's a new question on the number one. That's what chili too. No more chili too. We are. That was called the number one here. Oh, Zebi, about with them, you sure say, or in a week.
And you
begin to marvel. Say, this is a place, a kind of national airport. It's just some 3 minutes drive from the airport.
Yeah.
So giving you the capital of the capital city.
Now they hear you say, "Oh, crazy."
No, but you see, you expect some level of NBA with all apologies.
Ghana no crown. It won't say in crazy for who chiromo. Yeah. But relatively and subjectively, let me use my adjectives well. Relatively and subjectively, in crazy for cry you okay.
Oh yeah, the system works in the village.
Yes. And
they live well.
Nungwana chirwa.
And easy.
7 cities so they are your special girlfriend.
In Ghana, you have no idea. And sometimes you see the difference, even the little moments you spent here. Say it will be a honor in the light 20 Ghana or 3 days now. So as much as you believe it's attitude.
Come a picture no crab from Kakra no muhu ne nim no so ye kran kama ni beje pa.
Yes. Oh, bana people can see in the face and breast.
Mo show Facebook ni YouTube no. Story na ye ka ho asem no.
Yeah, you can go there and watch.
Eno na wo ho no. Now, man burns girlfriend with electric iron over Ghana 7 cities. Let me read the story. A 28-year-old second-hand clothes dealer is in the grips of the Nungua branch of the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit, DOVSU, for burning his girlfriend with a hot iron over Ghana 7 cities. Now, the suspect, Kojoa PJ, is alleged to have used the hot iron to burn the face, breast, breast and manka.
Yeah, the face, breast,
the left breast,
the left one,
hands and back of the victim, identified as Grace Botele, 30, for pocketing the money. The victim claims she sold a dress valued at Ghana 7 to a customer on credit, but her boyfriend has accused her of taking the money. Briefing DGN, the coordinator in charge of the Nungua branch of the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit under the Kweshi Divisional Police Command, Deputy Superintendent of Police Christiana Fusu Asamoah said the couple, the couple have been cohabiting for the past 2.5 years and have a 2-year-old daughter together. She said on April 25th, the victim with burns all over her body reported the matter to the police. The DOVSI coordinator continued that a medical form was immediately issued to the victim to seek medical attention, after which her statement was taken. DSP Fusu Asamoah continued that the victim, after being accused of selling a dress of Ghana 7 cedis and pocketing the money, explained what happened to Ajay, who was then ironing a shirt that the dress was sold on credit. Ajay, however, assaulted her, after which he used the hot iron to burn her face, shoulders, breast, back and legs. She said Ajay was arrested on April 27, 2021 to assist the police to investigate the matter. We are currently holding him in our custody and will put him before court tomorrow morning for prosecution. Very well said.
Yeah, but it's very damning. It's very, very sad. Say especially for a woman, then you decide to put a hot pressing iron onto the face. And your picture and pro does not show all the pictures, because I said the face, the breast, the arm,
the back, the legs, the arms.
You see, so
it's to mean trouble didn't you
see once, so once a way no, you better like so maybe out of a way no, people will react. But what you say multiple ways, and that means the intention to harm the woman was so high. And the man because we say all over the world, there are 30 million people. You get isolated cases. Even committed some of these things, but it's so painful, and that's what we talk about. Be deterring enough, because domestic violence there was a time they call it WAJU, Women and Juvenile Unit. They say I need domestic violence and victim support unit, because a lot, especially women, are being thrown under the bus and well beaten. So when someone can a hot iron, a man with common sense, why will you do this? I mean, multiple ban all over. I think that for now, this case should be followed through.
This guy should be jailed.
This time, I expect so. CSO senior idea follow to the court. Feminism.
How can the guy be so wicked? Look, idea no share nim nufu ho ne nsa ho
ne chi ne na ho.
No, make cry the hu na maker. So said me share Facebook post you know.
Prolong
now share picture na. I am very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. But I think the right thing is being done. After this has been done, you expect the law to take its course. That's why we have a place like that. No, but so I'm appealing. I mean, people, well-meaning Ghanaians should help her. I mean, it's a plastic surgery, but then bring her back to normal life. Because some of these scars, if not well handled, will never heal, and she can never have a life back.
Yeah.
Whichever way, the guy needs to be punished veritably, not without any recourse. I quite say Derek Shelby in the NEB. Once there's this evidence, no matter what, or the deal whatever your day or preceding events in your mind, you don't want to hear. All you know is that you should have held yourself very well from using a hot iron on another human being's body. If even she's your wife, then people will start having some things to talk about. But she's just a girlfriend. Then people talk about cohabiting near there. When the men feel have that false sense of ownership and they begin to misbehave near there, Abrochibo, they sometimes give them leverage. But what's a Ghana? Now, so you let some of these things happen to you. It's very, very painful. These are not things. After we set up beautifully to have a beautiful conversation here. We have bring it a
2-year-old daughter.
You can imagine. Now, because of 7 cities, you decide to cause this havoc.
I didn't remember
insanity. I mean, it's bipolar. As far as I'm concerned, you see, the truth is that there might be preceding events. I'm banning there. Bible, I know you didn't say me. maybe I know I can face you squarely with my mouth, but some men can't.
Hey, you scared of the women?
No, like and yet like I can talk. Some men don't talk, so sometimes they let their hands do the talking.
Some men iron.
Yeah.
That's stupid though.
I'm not holding brief for them. Like almost a man who be some say then never manage to me, yes sir. So you are trying to do some basic analysis as to the act in them. I condemn you say all I can use, all the English I've learned in my over 40 years of existence to condemn. But then you look at the other side. Why do we get to such levels? Because we choose Jama from to Momonefo. If you are with a man, also those tendencies are sometimes the signs are there, but you don't see. Me when you as a form of bipolar. As far as I see this in Ghana,
for the guy to be able to do this, it means that Oba no tabono.
Exactly. Exactly. A temporal insanity. Me sure after no, me sure say we know. It is possible say we know, but you don't even have to get to those levels. And I'm so you let things work right, because I think say if you're having issues in over money near the Empona Sanka one, so now you're cohabiting. I believe family members near the Empo would have come in to discuss. Me sure say Oba, you're interviewing the family, they will say it that they're having issues. They've spoken to the girl, but out of love, she doesn't want to listen. Then the guy takes the law into his own hands, then decide to cause some of this havoc. I believe.
Onim say asem we mama ka asem bi. Now can say man, the signs are there, but they don't listen.
Yes.
She Obon say lady bi. One ne nipa ho.
Yes.
Meeting baby. And then no abe frame me was sending me pictures of the guy. Guy na bono.
Yeah.
Or bono. Say guy no esan per man ma 5 near day baby. Then they meet me baby. The girl sent me pictures.
Yes.
Of the treatment proof of her being beaten.
Yes.
And she said you're okay. And you guy no say I'm so well. If the signs are clear, you can see and you feel it won't help.
Why not? You only wanted advice because yes.
Or did that.
Yeah.
And I will know chimping. And I was saying your sign to feel say
you're a side chick.
Exactly.
Being beaten all the time.
At the end of the day.
Yeah. Yes.
Or signing Nipano.
Facebook, no monkey can celebrate us. You call you a monkey.
Or signing Nipana. Or signing Nipana
carbon. That's a mad there. That's what issues about love there. I mean, what can I careful? But you don't have to throw your conscience away to just because you are in love. Assuming that it goes to levels of the person being killed. She trusted you. She came to confide in you. So you do what is right. We will never
sit here and proclaim say you're righteous.
Yes,
but,
of course.
But the thing is, that is the last thing every man should try and do.
Yes.
And such men think say
gangalia
buoba so bam na bono.
That's stupid.
Obi bo sister there. Na
you go. No, in whichever way, violence dear, battering, near dear, it doesn't make sense. Simple. That's why the law is very stringent on it. You don't go away with some of these things.
Yeah, until a very, very sad story today. Kalusha,
most definitely, I don't understand the attitude or the idea, Bemanu.
Number one, you here. No,
I mean they are doing business together. What I say? What kind of story now?
I'm second clothing.
Force. And I told them, "Be a mutual. They didn't quite be free." What I say? And we'll be so bad. Say, but the Adina will be on credit. And if it's on credit, why don't you wait for the lady to bring that customer?
Number one, and yes, I condone. Nobody will condone every. Yeah,
it's annoying. That's why you don't even want to get a story.
A trust issue.
Yes,
or trust issue. Because other than that, because the Nipa.
Until you need some
Debbie.
Kalusha.
I want you to but I don't understand.
Who was Sika? Now you're across 7 cities. I
want you
7 cities.
I want you but they've been doing this business. Which also who and China about 2.5 years. I know my daughter 2 years. And they're not just a business. No, who now I'll be introduced to the business. No, now your business. Now, mom, they give me my credit. I didn't see on this particular one until one job banning.
No, story in Kase or the be a creditor or so much on Stroma. And I will say,
the victim claims she sold the dress valued at 7 cities to a customer on credit, but her boyfriend has accused her of taking the money.
what I say.
Yes.
And then just say, almost starting a business about 2 days.
Yes.
They've been doing the business. And see, if you've been doing the business now, Obana catch you say, oh, one of our customers they buy, and I'll say, maybe me coffee crab and first come and then at the
and I'm business. One, I understand your trust issues, but the paramount issue here.
Also, here, what? Then just say you have to.
Yes, you hear ya damo.
No.
No.
When you are poor, you don't. It doesn't mean that you have to use.
No. We are not justifying the wires. I know
they are great attitude, trust,
yeah.
But sometimes they mention the money for emphasis.
But Kalusha, let's be honest here.
But what I'm trying to contemplate is a different power here, the back about 2 more 7 cities.
On the way I want to emphasize 7 cities.
Watch our broche.
And I know the interview. Let me put Listowo on the phone. Also, Konota. Omo be 1 city. Kokono Bakwa. It is said the woman 1 million Ghana cedis.
And I'm Ghana. We 20 Ghana. Less than 2 years ago. 20 Ghana. I appreciate.
If you want
$4, even me.
If I put Listowo on the phone, in as much as I understand all the factors, ebi Obana no cry katekate, Obana mubema nebi answers or the man no could be contributing factors, but the paramount factor in this,
the icebreaker, the camel's back.
No, the angles that you guys are taking, and that's you.
Yeah,
I understand you perfectly. So here bet my man, but
here bet me here can
also share the trust issues.
Yeah, trust issues. Say I didn't know about one in our yakwara. Yeah, when you're 2 years now. Bibisa Abana, why don't you? I mean, give her the benefit of the doubt.
There we need the AC. Nebi mukura sebi and yamin from a born in Cham. Ebi mu chicha bi mukura nku Morgan.
Oh yes.
Even an ano voter raging akoya. Yeah, kind of story. Yeah,
girlfriend.
Yeah, my reporter eko hokum.
Yes.
Onu krade, we krade say yes but worse things happen. That's what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
Now those trusts promiscuity we can all agree, but sometimes
the way people think, the way people process things, we all process things differently. We all think differently. That's why you walk obiane in the level of thinking. Dina na manu choka say akwa beso bipolar no. Because said your work I totally understand. No matter how poor you are, 7 cedis in this amount na intese u kwhye mu no 7 cedis na any baby a question dey na nka
na me adekwa be san be ma ho ni say be na busuafo akochira say inja no na omu
busuafo akojan na wona bo busuan bi
Ghana sa no motie
yeah
the problem with the law
mama ko pay 2000 4000 akoma CID ni am let me cancel
I catch your ban cross on no ba
no scala 70 aka so ko yi asam ni mba fi
what you bet me aka dia me no mo be ya adwen ye say said na making oba no be san dan ho akiri aka say me kunu ntimu mfa ncha
yes exactly and it comes from family pressures too. That Wamunjayo after this now, exactly.
Opo, I need the first and foremost. See, I didn't know Kutasem on the where the assembly court. And see, Obaka is almost proud. The moment is so quick, that's the issue. That's the issue in Ghana.
Yeah, you know what say. I know the we are thinking too
loud, but it will happen because BSc you're gonna know
the substantive issue. Assembly AC a futu ayewo nkranhya ayewo said ye be si ho kwan and until na me story
the be me ya
enye de abusuafo kwa kwa
the be me ya say o me kasa be ko gi ansem no member fi sadin de se me kubeti pa se sase mu pa be ma ye se abusuafo na kwa ko hu se o we de be fa ku fi
na say nya asem bia na because basically say he's going to court.
Yeah, that's right. And the man ko those for na sum no omo modi man ko
and then 29 as omo ko chen 27
yeah
omo court ochina.
Okay, it's very very good.
Ebi kra na nempo because the story came today.
Yes,
Sunday 29 yeah into your court ochina.
Yeah, and they kind of say
I'm saying we are putting him before court tomorrow morning for prosecution.
So who say no mama yedin but no mama yedin and you say
Kalama for ho chiro ma ho chiro
sir but no maybe wa that's all we are no
at the end of the enye they are condemned
no say the guy should have sat down and say we say me na first kay in the sky you say be bu from ko e bibia
no ban ko ade na Jesus can wafa
and also another issue
exactly
now you cry wafa 7 cities and na den oba one na wo de say wo mpena wade ho Ghana mamre mu ntina mo from couple no ya wo mpena wade ho ko ne na ti over there
bakomodo and your friend bakomodo
momo ho
yeah bakomiso yeah bakomiso aware bakomodo awar so come and stay with me
so wafa 7 cities cry one no ba
yes
2-year-old daughter one na te I mean 7 cities no dey kwan
exactly
oba fa osika kra nya aduane na Ghana nso akohuman ugbo a enso na odi bia titi asoso so
ko mo san to full scrub patade ko be bia bia che nga so de kwa ko to atade kra ba pesa
it's very painful no matter where you look
at ya kan se wo yi amanfo de miensa bi no wakoto enye so twa belo
obo I mean I didn't have a sikoni na nya
very sad
condemning na entirely but I'm not say abufuo ba na bibi ba na so won tiasia don't take the loss into your own hands. Because the repercussion is right now say okokoko na say okokonya judge bi oyo ba na ohun say why ye obi say na or the emotions be kan maybe ade bi e be emphasize bi be 2 years no obeka say in her own assessment no on her own judgment no he's going to give you about 10 years wasted 10 years in jail no you could have even averted by keeping calm waka just so I go say bi adwuma ye won say scanning say na I would show na so to bibi na so de besiesie sana na transparency amba emwaye me no nyina wo ba enti sa for skyway a emwaye na ba na cho mira ebia me kuru ana me dofo ebia sky wada ye customer ni bi buy no say ebia o jan sika e wo fie enti e na me de man no ni say o de beba enti de ma me 2 days bi na me nkoji sika de ma I mean it's about you talking and be understanding now no obana wa obana say you wakokoda no so na wo now if you don't trust the obana now because of 7 cities no now they say oh yes I know more yeah and I say you are trying to be so wicked
very wicked.
Sheer wickedness
yeah
I mean
for the guy that is wicked I mean no other ways to defend such lunacy
no
with
sheer cruelty
lunatic
yes
bema obo ba watimi di ayon ebi ni example ana me see pictures pa girl ni send brem
I know
me timba bi o no
I'm setting my somewhere then you send me pictures
send
it's only lessons to people so be na why sem na there na in relationship sem ba just be measured
sometimes too if you don't have ebi ni say
I get you
you have to just
they come to you because they need sane advice but you give it to them and they go back to misbehave. Anyway, I'm saying I see about you. Yeah, weather report.
Yeah, na
social na one man
social topic of the day.
Yes.
Nti mema na mobuma no munyai na nye bema de obu oba emfatao ensel enye.
There's no way to justify that nonsense.
I never
if you think you are spending on her what spend there I will say no money access to videos books stories in there but you need we so na no your stories we show about school we start state so we are about ns na wa show na wa waro no that is a risk it's a gamble you are gambling your life or you know one year na say no but that's how we saying that at the end of the day no sorry be by dey true before bema boba nessa mieka and I make sure say we ye bibia man pa kro no but they will justify obi so be sure why obono they might justify but that's what I'm telling you that everything you are doing internal no we are more baby who say a gamble. That's all I would advise people that woman is we ye bibia man a gamble don't use it as a reason so sandia because obi ti one like munja masem mumba ma moti wonum na mo kan sem hunu yeah you say you sem hunu but it's a in the sense that whatever you are doing beating the woman is not the solution to your frustration. Whatever you are doing,
repeat that one.
Beating the woman will never be the proper solution to your frustrations with her.
That's right.
No matter what. I know some men are also being beaten. Beating a man. There are some few men too, they are being beaten by their wives.
Rare.
Oh, but it happens. I've been to homes. I've seen women. I can think of. Oh yeah. So I said, men are normally womanizers, but they are rare manizers too. There are some women who are chasing men. So I'm sure rare. It's your absolute case. Say in attack, but you can never do away with it. Outliers too. Almost one attitudes or more day. And you have there. Say in the sense that whatever you are doing to your partner, don't use it. You have that first option. to work out of it. I don't think people should remain in relationships because anyway, maybe they are by their religion and stuff. Sometimes they are stuck, and the only way to bring out their frustration is to commit some of these acts. But we say Mrao Honum, where Krumha, Batrin, there's no end of discussion. I know people personally, up till now, they tried it in New York. They've been told that more than 100 meters, you should be more than 300 meters away from your kids. And he's not even had a decent job till date. A very brilliant IT person. So you don't try. I think that those who fought this case, they shouldn't make it lightly. It's a criminal case. The family can huff and puff, rib and rant, but they should make sure that the right things are being done. I said that man has been given 5 years, 10 years. Okay. Then he'll be corrected.
Okay, Unity read a couple of messages before we look at the weather for the day. Now the match is being Europa League and so face yes no the amamo. Nana Nelson Kumasi watching live from Takrady. Nana that's why joining and Kwesia Sari say Manucho as for me I want to. If you don't know how to cook you will go into question now raise here.
Yeah.
Kwesia Sari say
on the
cooking or both. I say as for me I want to. If you don't know how to cook you go. So or choose number 2 and is that what you mean?
Yeah, maybe then sure because once it's
Benjamin Ando appear, I say the best decision to choose. The best decision is to choose a woman good in bed. Sex is the best exercise. Simplicity.
Yes.
Okay, we.
I know. You don't the way you don't miss words.
Kind messages.
Charlie, let me add flesh to the meat. Bones in your bones in my man flesh not just on your phone.
Richardson also say I'm Kwekujedu watching you live from my social room. I love the show. Keep it up. Okay, that's it.
The show loves you back.
Tina say coming is good.
Yes.
Now I say a man has to come.
Yeah, a
man
man
say coming is good.
Yes.
Agnes Asaro say please Manucho. Please Manucho is right.
Exactly.
It's a sleeping tablet too.
Exactly.
It relaxes you. Manucho is a really good doctor today.
Yes.
I say Manucho is a really a doctor today.
Yeah, Maka.
And idea, you know.
And a unisex. And a unisex.
Benjamin
unisex, middle sex. No, but I mean the woman you are saying is good. So it makes it unisex, middle sex, upper sex. Everything sexy, you know, everything sex is good.
Badu.
Benjamin Polly says more vim from Shama Junction. Shama Junction Takrady.
Yeah, close to Tadi. I mean, yeah, Shama. Oh, where you are pa
but obi anim
oh, you say Tadi posi. Was
they be on the sell.
Was there?
Ya ngunu Takrady.
Oh, yeah, no fi. Shama.
Ya wono Italy. And obi pi America. Wa ko Ghana once.
Eh, and the okwan wa.
Wako Ghana once. They just on the Kodia. No person on the
Kodia. Oh, July Obeko.
Also, I weren't going there.
I can remember Command and Yami. So they made me control.
Manito
shatter the whole tax again.
Now 2 p.m.
No, yeah, so much shatter as Antiman point.
Okay, good morning, my professionals. Love you guys. King Kalusha, he does everything with her. Yes, explain deeply, please. I don't know explaining. Royal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or say maybe it's a question now. Okay, quickly, let's look at the weather for today. Now, substantive issue. Amidu, Krata or the Abba said John Busuan for any Krum Mabunu say Nanado ne MVP pen for Moon Yamwe say. I didn't know Mokasa. The details coming up on the show pretty shortly. But before that, share Dan Auto Repairs sponsored weather report. And I can say, according to the forecast from 11:15 in Subeto, 97%. Chris Obana is not starting. I started. Okay, until you ever up till another whole day. Yeah,
we did.
And so to the whole day, Kopim say, you be quite cool. Yeah, and our chances near high. And run on air showers. Unza make us from 8. Yeba studio I be far. True to heaven preaching. No, then you talk. Yeah, but another showers near 1 p.m.
Wow.
1 p.m. near showers. But CCA
I be total 1
rain. Showers. No, it started rain. CCA 97%. 90% by 11:30, and then 80% by 11:55. By 12 noon 66. Until that time rain. But a boy we are one the percentage will go down to 59%. Now be showers. About 2 and a sign I started rain na 3 there gidi 100%. In the 3 p.m. there heavy rain.
Yeah.
Heavy rain between 3 and 4 and 5. Until from 3, 4, 5 ready so no be talk gidi because 100% chance.
Wow.
And then by 6 p.m. now drop it down to 96. Until be rain from 6 na sa akoye heavy 8 o'clock 100%. Until yemfa no say if it awia one non kwana ebe peti kakra be showers. But from 2 p.m. kwa kopim say ebe bo anajo 11 dey rain.
Yeah.
Ti ebe toss inso ebe to akopim ochina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kakra. It's good for married couples mum there. Yes, singles na break kakra. But mama worrying.
But the temperature no so nye bad. You be call as high as 60. As high as 60. CCI 50.
Wow, rainy.
Yeah.
With good temperature and
everything. CCI
50.
CCI 55. But maximum for the day be 60. Lowest be 53. That'll be around 11 p.m. So that is how the weather looks like. Inti se we see for ma the bacho obesha slippers are careful. Per sneaker be share said your own slipper especially. So obey errands na wan kote anhwe. Inti insu beton ne. Inti eno ye dan auto repairs. Oru dan so adaruma. Ena also ya sinema no pa bia itumi ede weather report. And so itumi de bremo. Inti ene ede ne aka kire on say insuo ebeto the entire day. Inti se insuo beto the entire day there, now that brings us to Richway Auto School sponsored motivational message for the day. The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you gotta put up with the rain.
Yeah.
And then on insuo to there, I see a insuo motivational message. Inti the way I see it, Dolly Parton.
Yes.
And I can't ask him. Was it the way I see it? If you want the rainbow, you got to put up with that rain.
Yes.
It's you person your success. You've got to work hard.
Yes.
You've got to go for it. Yes. You want to be a nurse, but who should also devote 2 time as you want to be an engineer. Engineering doesn't come on a silver platter.
Yes.
You person you're mechanical. You have to be a hard worker to say Mr. Danso.
Exactly.
You person you're baba. So you're ready. So bet to me a jina ho year chat is olu and then abiam.
Yes.
So until bibi a person you know. So young
it's a trial or
say open rainbow a untumi nkoche rainbow wiem na nko pick up rainbow wiem agi se nsuo bo nsuo beto be fa nsuo nim ansa na wadu ho tie no ne word of motivation ne ye no che brought to you by Richway Auto School. Richway ewo James Street Kalusha no na so was saying 65 James Street, right? Nti o driver's license now open wa je permit na to ache e ma no enwu because permit na no twero kra din chance ukoye road test na nkasa bra Richway ho na yenjo license ma na da roma e na anopa bia itumi e de your word of motivation e de bremo Kofi Wayo my answer kakra na yento aso wo de agya oba mu a na pressure ni nyina I drop it down Kofi Wayo de oba mu a Mr. Danso si Kofi Wayo teaser na me bo a na ne ho aba no because osamo up Ghana problems Kofi yengo Kofi Kasai,
look here, my friend. Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great-great-grandmother? Yeah, sent one. Did she depend on World Bank? Did she depend on Abrofo? She didn't. Right? And you change. Oduman Kuma Chodion Pong, Woso, Otutu Tata, Baba Bibi Baba. You don't stand up for your rights. Democracy means if you do not criticize your condition, you understand? You're a traitor to the nation. Go see the council. Go see the people they got there. Dr. Kwamena Duncan, he's there. Professor Dr. Mwasam Kwana Mishai, he's there. Dr. Professor Emeritus Kitwabiana Miredi, he's there. Nana Kuntumpo the first, he's there. Evangelist, Bishop, Asori Sikakwana Miria, they are there. They don't do nothing for you. We have no water. We have no light. Look, a small road they're building, they can't do it. From Accra to Kumasi should be a 4-lane highway. And I'll build it. Because I know how to build it.
I will build it because I know how to build it. Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo na we that's like I say my big olubi my brain hair salon Samsung Ibi Kodia ma Dan Auto Repairs Richway Auto School KM Rav Roofing Danko African Market and Wholesale Kankaliba 785 Main Street Brabedu Janyina, Omina Taichi, Nedi Jumedi bro. You rent to me feel rough. G-Man driving school, and also a boy in Chidom Kesiepa, Nabiam, Barbering, Saloon, and of course, Asamas Trading. In course of the show, Betomina Ho and Sembebre, Agnes Asari says, great motivation. Yeah. So open rainbow Nidia. You've got to put up with it. Because one fancy ma unduminya rainbow. Inti ni opeso yebiano. Ehun or how amani and to kwebe banko. And son what you get it to where you want to be. Okay, yeah, getting into our main discussions. Near share social point of view near na humorous point of view. That is how I term it. Agradaa. And Agradaa question abusumina. Kalusha, let me start with you. Agradaa question abusumina. But Kwakubu Nsam say, what can I say? A joke.
Chat you about 3 months. No see the face of God. Waba edunfa. But you don't just.
Paul one kusikibe.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul.
Paul on his way. Yeah, but on his way to Damascus, he was not under threat. Nankokokun. We and the Bible
persecute.
Hey, bro, we maintain that. First time I say, okay.
Persecute.
Another person kunyana.
Yeah, na sa word in amount for the
persecution.
Amount for the prosecution.
Yeah,
by your persecute and your prosecute.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Once there was a sudden change of heart. We have seen only a few people get that repentant moment. Maybe one might have to go through a process.
Kwakubu Nzamna na kasaya osaka say okofa New Testament kwanso dia bebu. Another person spoke. Was he already okodan hokraba?
Chambas also spoke, but I don't know.
Rebranding as Old Testament in order. They also ask some or New Testament.
You should see the video. Yes, Chambas no cry in the Bible, no channel, but also tribu my soko.
But why are you? Don't you also think the video needs on Ghana Web?
Yeah.
Don't you also think, say, we are maybe prejudging her?
I don't
it could
agree.
Be true, Sabia.
Never. It's your job.
We are not even giving her.
It's your job to do the devil's advocacy. I mean, say ask the veritable questions. But wait, dear, I will not even give you a chance to go there. Nipa ya chill now. Yes, with TV stations. Yeah, papa na what's the son?
Also, ni nyame nkuta hundie kachire nyame se. You don't need 2 years to have an encounter with God.
Exactly. Just people do. I say do say now, but for me, so my understanding of the way things happen, I can give it a coloration that is fake. With all apologies, it speaks very well. But some share the way he was going about it.
Some may come a stance on social media and bloggers near the
yes.
Because I feel saying someone social media platforms or can be anywhere born in Pabrabo.
Yes.
Attend the DNA talk. All the bloggers.
They only make money out of it. Social, educative, we are.
Yeah, do papa no obi antie.
Onya double digit scrap point say
it's serious. Obi ni obi ntokwa na obi afa na o dey social media na o dey peace.
Na Ghana say na ne pe. We always want
of obi ni obi ntokwa. Obi nim na obofo na bloggers afa na manfo begu so show mo. Agradaa na obofo.
Asofo no cry join crazy no.
No be Agradaa versus obofo no a blogger no. Who you blogger ntina na Kalusha ne wo can say. Use the positive side of social media to help your community grow.
Yes.
And na mo ka America ne UK,
yes.
China. Omo use social media and the boa. But yeah, the say nipa.
Social media
all we think about is try and get traffic and make money.
Exactly.
Whether positive or negative.
Best say Obi crap. He's also on now. On also new views in it. All of a sudden, all those things I've worked in. Me ba say no TikTok na dey nya video say ba me feeding ya is positive.
Yeah.
Bibi a person usua ye no kpakpakpa no bi aka. How do I get this? No bi ache. Boko Ghana
Obi omu pages, even CNN, MSNBC near the media outlets ne newspapers, Obia Twitter, Obia Instagram near they are testing and tweeting and talking about Biden, the first state of the union to Congress.
Exactly.
And people are telling what they think and all that. They think about the country.
By the end of the day, who has traffic, who is very good at insulting.
Bloggers,
oh yeah, and I say, Magab say Obeka say Ghana yet there. Could you show them? Yeah, Charlie, made dear, corner dear, Monfensieni. Then they'll do videos out of it to make money. We're not saying it's bad, but it shouldn't just be the only channel of wisdom. I Ghana say, Obe to be Trini Jonas with Jinema 3.2k views, and you say, and it's even transition or yet more. Attacking chiefs, insulting revered chiefs in Ghana because you stay here and because you say, Master, that's the only way. My dear president at MIC, He said, I can't go with phone TBM. So what do I do? Let me enter areas people fear to touch just to get the traffic and make money out of it. That is what is happening. So back to Agradaa. I think I saw the videos. Why what they are supposed to go on watching. 3 boom they saw the come we come for Akapo. Wash Ashanti region and the orchestra there. In all this case, it's so cosmetic. As far the more you look at them, sometimes I listen about power.
Why did this have to be a power be
or some which are a bunch of lies. If you want to change, what are the rules here? But some they trade the media and the quite common rule. I know what saying you should. But me them are for Christ in there. You see, our understanding of picking Christ in our society is strange. As I said, between bread and egg.
I'm going to pick Christ the same.
Between bread and egg, no, my far way in a major. I'm picking Christ. And I'm catching say.
So Chairman say, come pick Christ the same.
Not in the spur of the moment. Yeah, chill for a harm being done. Now, so I went to talk to God. Say, me go prison for a day. No more go prison. Bad. And God doesn't love them. So we book for real. And I say you have to face the wrath. Then you will not be jailed because God loves you. So just almost on my been a prison and Yamen Paul myself.
So be Obuani Yami and Kwapam.
So they should have been called them no more smart. I'm smart for Christ.
Omuni Yami and Kwapam. Agradaa so ni Yami Kwapam.
So it's as good as saying they were not smart enough. They were not sensible enough.
Yes,
just to pick the Bible.
They are not smart. So I'm
telling you.
No. You can't use the word smart. A big cry one.
Why can't I use it? I'm using it how I see the picture. Opo.
Ebi ano
it's your belief.
Ebi ano mu njindi kra. Ebi ano omu religion different. Omu nyamadwe nso so mbese sante say the Agradaa e dey different na wasesa. So there could be not
the God I serve no. This is not the way.
And ebi nso ananyame pese.
Let me make it simple.
Almost shebre ni say omunko ho.
I agree.
Almost same free. Obi ani the way nyame.
But me the man sum no say na he doesn't pray this way. The God of Israel that has served doesn't pray this way. People don't get issues. They pick Bible, wrestle with God, put it on their chest and they are free. I don't believe in that.
Okay,
there are even punishments and rewards. The God I serve will punish you so that you reform. Easily, sir. That's what I believe. I'm a Christian of repute.
He's asking me, let me show you video. Probably a video be na me share. Na me the best time in rapport say Agradaa attitude na say wo na kankabi. Na wo abo kankabi. So
corner cut it to you. Me TV ja check kankabi.
Caterpillar.
Kankabi. No, why Mommy mo yenza makala.
Caterpillar bro, local name.
Kankabi. Kankabi.
Na Sacramento. No, me name that. You say no bomba. Caterpillar mo bonsa.
No. I na okan. No de Usana. Usana okan.
Na no bon.
Yeah.
The bro for the.
Say back here millipede dey.
Millipede 1,000 legs. Every 1,000 legs.
Yeah.
Millipede kankabi no mo dey.
Kankabi NTM say
Kankabi should not be caterpillar.
Caterpillar you so
caterpillar can never be caterpillar.
I want some morning in our family near the millipede, centipede, right?
Yeah, centipede.
I
know saka na millipede na na be brain. No sacramine.
Mama make kind science.
Yeah, hyena.
Animals and their kingdoms.
Yes.
Family.
Mama Kankabi
yanko kalu yanko esa.
Kankabi na say you know. Or say na you know say okwa ahohiahia mu no say kankabi e ko ho
na bi ade kan
obobo na say obie no akwa normally change direction millipede
now do na osaka na no abobo round no
osan nyina sa kankabi ana osan no so ye omo characteristics no bibia ya
no do osaka na
no no abobo
but ade no kana is so unique say osisa amwa no so the bibi kan say kima na say if you are straight Obana so ya no change direction
because onim so bus street at the crown be
side no enti o see Agradaa ayini na as oyen bibia say millipede na caterpillar na centipede or whatever and kankabi no and next happening now up because I don't know too fast or too quick you know smart say obi nim yankopon Shana we all understand it but say men o say abosu no akwa kwashom no say abosu no me spirit ana na spirit to wish about the spirit and
medium search abosum nya na dwuma ya no
watch the medium obetumi dey about on chain no so that's in principle
is that not I mean when some panelists you be into me person be Agradaa is that not physical evidence enough to prove we say Agradaa ampa ebia wasesa
I mean I'm not me say that when that say you should buy and I'm say first I want to see henceforth her attitude her lifestyle and her temperament. Say me and some way no. Me who say assistant. But say Agradaa we the cosmetic you know they check oh social media man for say oh Agradaa dem ma kan no oye. But akuma mu pa no. Now I bada be am oye say oye transformation test service. E be am hu na on e ko pitchi on e host na bigger quiz. Hey guest.
Ah so na Kalusha when you watch shows off for video call no.
That hey. On him say mo video mo shows.
No sorry now come anu cho there. We see who live on radio, live on camera.
On him say mo yiswa. Me ka say me aba.
Nana say wa flames. I hope that
we go sakwa na obude.
Na so me chawa na pay.
It's what I'm trying to put across here. Ebe ni je be ahwa say obi ana odu pie nkrofo so many ways na afi so asachira ye hwe so asachira mpa na esa aka no
I say I'm happy the way Ghana for nyini no na Agradaa be prove me wrong.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you want to
Ghana for no be Agradaa ya zanwa
any person ye man any person ye man we man ni beji pa because wanya say yin na say or the say or no fa and I say Ghana for penny for the no for fire na muntu mi hwe na you have also they are me why you right now ni there na I don't trust her.
Okay, woman beings are easily convinced. Woman beings are rebranded so evangelist
nti ode fa opese o chese ode fa bosom ena ya chi na ana ne ho akwachire na
so the afase says I let you so so no be just so dey so man so mo asori dey ono be for appeal for France ono be kasa wa be boom aji musika sa na sakra we are saying here me dem di one me penaka chem you na for number 1 say I mean this is so cosmetic comedies you know wonder why Ghanaians really give them a listening ear.
Agradaa na busum ni bayo na me hwe wa yo
le sofo ne likuni sofo ne likuna sorry dunia sofo na o shey no mo because say be go abonso no charge at you the Bible bone
so utu
akwa so nya strong on hwe yo abusum everybody so na hwe ba
these are toys these are kudos
okay Unity Radio 103.9 you move on from Agradaa na yen hwe asamba ko ahia me
and then the Champions League na Canada.
Oh yanka na say Champions League there.
Oh but St. Carlos e Kansas City and the city ejuma mo ye no mo ye ejuma la ba.
Say beba weekend.
Oh okay.
Baby I do the intimate ko chinko sports. Arsenal fixtures na yam fan to jana dey say the to Europa League matches na. Said amount for bit me ahwebi. Ntikane nko.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, yes, second tier competition discussions.
I mean, me say fixtures.
Arsenal, Villarreal, na United, Roma.
Don't say semi-final.
Yeah, semi-final.
Europa, yes. One more Europa no final, no. First,
yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Champions League will be the crowning moment. Yeah. But some of us are envisaging 4 teams. Arsenal, winning your final, all European competition. You see that. You remember when Liverpool did it with Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal.
A bit my all English final.
Yeah, all the 2 teams. It be a bit to me.
United, Arsenal final.
Yes.
Chelsea, City final.
Yeah. For me, it's high time English. The Premier League dominates the world. It's still a bit subjective though. But one.
Eric is and the way he started show maybe a coffee free in India. I see Champions League is quiet because it's not Chelsea. So biased.
Oh, maybe.
And never be a starting show if you
exactly. And let me take 1 hour, 1 bantay. Me take 1 hour. 1 hour.
And I'm going stake in the next and there be oh yeah, no 1 hour because they won't you know the shape.
So we mean your time, won't it?
But we are starting in India.
Charlie, I saw Bantam. We're to bash your phone. So I mean, I know you are with your wife, but you can still be watching. I mean,
how many now block on the chances?
Oh, that's so I worry. But so
I say excuses galore. One day
so
anyway, you move on now. Next story because and let me say, Amidu in some our candy for kisi jabe hono. I see ye baba. I'm not Dr. Mohammed bin Chambas. And so I say ni pa. But before we get to those 2 stories, no, quickly. and run up a soccer galamsey as
Yes,
your galamsey story back who have Kwamena Duncan. Mr. Ni video bini bro.
Yeah.
Manusho Mr. Ni bro.
David.
Me share.
Oh.
Na me raw.
The old video be
No. We're different one. Be a soldier for. Aban suma soldier for now.
Yes, no, I
in Kofona Musu to galamsey no soldier for be counter.
Exactly. About some 3-4 months ago. I've seen it. A joy news report.
Yeah.
I'm doing galam stop. Yeah. Galam stop for no call. Honum some ko stop here. Mom ko na police soldier for 2. Wo honum yes. No mo share no mo free. Backup na soldier for free backup na counter team be by subdue.
Camera
yes, galam stop for no. It's very bad. It's very bad.
Naturally say. Den na soldier for
na bomb mobile.
Aban team. And a coho. E stop galamsey. Umko no mo ko China for no me 7 as say.
Yes.
And omo chi omo. Into omo search hono no mo hu say. Soldier for ntade egu ho. And omo yi soldier for ntade ni bi. And omo make call, right?
Yeah, no, una soldier for na buy. Omo ye 2. They came no
they can buy.
Omo buy say omo dia. No omo ye soldier from this unit blah blah blah. So they should hold on.
And omo frey.
Yeah, omo unit was a penino. Na counter team be 10 guys buy with pickups. Number subdue galam stop for no. A bank call for no mo call round omo chiche no. No mo bo omo jam cameras in your film say. Man, it's an I saw that video.
Into the question we are asking is me opo national meeting who manu twa otu a burden when you soldier for the akwa galamsey ama buying crop for aba ama who was our first soldier for the same buying crop for na buy na soldier for but who na we galamsey na set me to me after extra backup soldiers to combat a buying soldier
team no galam stop for no
a buying team no dey buy some stop galamsey no cameras easy omo phones ni ade yi pictures of China ade nyina afri so until some mobile no say onze ene technology nti utwa bibia utimi nya cloud na akoso and utimi retrieve videos
and it's a nice so I wish people could watch it. It's about 7 minutes video but yeah very very painful, very painful. Me show you now I lost hope now.
And with that
the fight can never be
the way Kwamena Duncan spare no person involved in galamsey. Kwamena Duncan to Akufo-Addo. Former Minister for Central Region Kwamena Duncan says President Akufo-Addo must not spare any government official or member of the ruling government NPP involved in galamsey to prove his commitment to the fight against galamsey. Kwamena Duncan believed the president must check his backyard to expose any person caught in galamsey business. The president opened a national dialogue on small-scale mining, calling for a national consensus to stop the menace. In line with the president's objective, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu-Jinapo, has embarked on a mission to address the problem. He has pledged his full commitment to ending the menace. On a visit to the Western region, the minister vowed to stop the illegalities without fear or favor, no matter which political party is involved. Speaking on Peace FM's Kokroko program, Kwamena Duncan directed a message to the president. This is what he had to say, and I quote: "The president shouldn't spare any person. If his investigations expose that a leader of his party or government official is involved, he must kill him and save the 1,000. If the president doesn't take such steps to protect our water and lands, I shudder to think about how the landscape will look like in the next 5 to 10 years. The possibility looms that if we don't take the necessary measures quickly and save these things, it won't take long before we start importing water into this country." This is what Kwamena Duncan ekanye Kokorokosu.
And there's a video of President Kasa. I'll put my presidency online. If galamsey yes, I should have that
galamsey no be man akọ one term kra obey
do it. So
but he's lost the battle.
See, so I mean, people say we have thieves in power. People
don't tell the
truth.
Saying say if they know say omo aban mu nkro for yeah.
And I know Kwamena Duncan.
And if as I'm
not Chadi or Unfanspam. And I know what he stands for. I've been following him. He was one of the pivots, pinnacles. He was even awarded as with regional minister position there. How he well defends the government without blinking. So for him to get involved and be holding the president to this one means that they know the gravity of such a way, how the galamsey is going. So within the next 5 or 10 years, we will be importing water. Well, I'll let Kalusha come in with his extensive research into chloride, mercury chloride. You see, it's so painful. It's very, very painful that Sisiano, and the plus has spoken about it. I've heard Abronye also talking about it. I've heard other seasoned people. Kevin Taylor Munyake says Sisiano, the Omo Rezibano, they clandestinely, cunningly took from the ordinary Ghanaians. Then Omunam Sisiano with the power of presidency, leadership, no, Omakwaje concessions, no munya police and soldier backup, no more ye. And when as a president you decided to put yourself in line, I'm not jokers. Sometimes when you say it as a so bit in fear now, you are being too harsh on them. But how well do you want us to talk about this thing? Says Sisiano, Obit Ghana and Sisiano, we crazy you should be thinking about carrying your own water to Ghana. Because in so now Ghana Sisiano, you can't even trust it if it's not from a foreign land. Because Ghana Water Company is also bleeding, always crying. That massa, ye sika cry, so near yen to me cry yen treaty. Now magnesium near the end of we don't have the power to even remove them because it was unlike Ghanaian waters. Epa galamsey and I city FM research for
in Ghana in the last few years and longer, and it has meant that a lot of people have had to find a way to keep body and soul together. So it's got people involved in all kinds of activities. And I can understand it, that the first duty of any man, any woman is to provide for their family. And you do it with the best means you can. But we have also to recognize that difficult as things have been and the looking for employment and stuff, there are things that we just cannot allow to happen. And one of them is the heritage, the inheritance that our fathers and our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers bequeathed to us, especially the space, the Ghanaian space, which we all occupy. We have a duty to preserve it for those who are coming after us. And if our river bodies are drying up, our landscape is being desecrated, we here, leaders of our society, leaders of our nation, political leaders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, we have a responsibility to say no. This, we can't allow it to go on for our own common survival and the survival of those who are to come. We can't, if we allow it, we are jeopardizing our own future. The cabinet, when we decided the time had come for us to put the weight of government behind the decision to try and stop illegal mining in galamsey, we composed a cabinet of very responsible Ghanaians, headed by a very renowned, eminent figure in our country, Professor Kwamena Duncan. And they are the ones who then designed a program for us of what we needed to do to try and arrest the menace and preserve our heritage. In the course of it, Professor Duncan goes on to a meeting, a conference in Abidjan, and there the Ivorian leaders tell him, you people are not helping us. This illegal mining that is taking place in Ghana is beginning to affect us, our water bodies and our space in Côte d'Ivoire. Rivers, waters, even forests, they don't know national boundaries. They run across nations. And there he was, very embarrassed, very apologetic that the activities of Ghanaians is jeopardizing the space of a fellow and neighbor country in our region. That's how serious the matter is. Rivers that have been with us for centuries are drying up. Forest areas, which we should preserve for the sanctity of our life and our environment, being devastated by this phenomenon of galamsey. And all kinds of people from all aspects of our national life are involved in this exercise. Security personnel, political leaders, businessmen, and dare say it, nananum. Some are all involved in this. So we sat down, we said to ourselves, we have a responsibility. When you take the oath that you are sworn to protect the integrity of the nation, Ghana. You swore to uphold its constitution. You swear to uphold its sovereignty. That is that the care of the nation, what's in it? Its people, its resources, its nature have been put in your care. Temporarily. As a trustee. Like Nananum are trustees of the lands on which they occupy for their people. So you are too at the national level a trustee of the lands and the resources of our nation. So you ask yourself, how best can you discharge this trust? You sit back and say, well, all these young men don't have anything to do. So let it go on. At least it's better that they're earning something than they should be at home and perhaps causing other kinds of problems. When you know that the activities that they're involved in are jeopardizing the very survival of our nation. I took the decision that that would be a betrayal of the trust that the Ghanaian people put in me on the 7th of January this year. And as a result, we established this committee within the government to design a policy for us, not just to stop it, to reclaim the land, to let our rivers work again, but also to see how we can figure a way for all these able-bodied young men who are involved in this activity to find an alternative livelihood. So it's a package. It's a package that we have designed to try and bring this menace to a conclusion. I've said it in the cabinet, and perhaps it's the first time I'll be saying it in public. I am prepared to put my presidency on the line on this matter. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. If by the grace of God I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again, and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings. You do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along? I think that you do what you think is right. That is what you're required to do.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Ute Unity Radio, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, speaking from Accra International Conference Center on July 10th, 2017. July there, Tosudu. Affair Pim, 2017, me who need to
Pim Yenu.
I think Pim Yenu, and you do so.
And yes.
I think Pim Yenu doing so.
Don't 2000, you have the 17. So you add it, then you
see,
see, what's here very solemn. You see, for like 2-3 minutes, Ose.
No.
Okay.
Oh, no maybe. I was asking for the video.
Oh
the
yeah. Now Kasana me kasa ma membo.
Yes.
And we nobody can be say.
Yes.
I'll put my presidency on the line. But we cried a conference. No share central for ni stakeholders ni nipa bebre.
On enumerate the problems. You see, he knows them. And know that people are deep throat are politicians, leaders, chiefs,
politicians, businessmen, security personnel, chiefs.
He knows, and this thing is about 4 years ago that he started. Then Anas had an expose for him to use as a yardstick that even up to Watson interministerial committee in
where I feel no
1.5 years in trace.
Dr. Frempong Boateng a committee. No?
Yes, interministerial party when ICMCA said and he had a very solemn it was
has Nanado changed over time because we chase our time and no Kasaya. Utimu said this was the president we voted for. Utiene Kasana, do I do what is right?
Yes.
Or do I do Utiana or Sanka or Kasaya who say or started with the word heritage.
Yes.
Yena nanum jatu homa since we boho by manchiri mamo. And yes, Ebeka Krensu cry hinum just like you said. As a president would
exactly for the first time very seldom.
Your president
rhetorics. I mean, well done is better than well said. He said it brilliantly and nicely.
I said, well, people are telling me say may fight
it will affect the
chances of contesting against a party but I say doing the right thing. And so hasn't that changed?
I think it should go back to also that's such a webium, a story or not or catchy, and I call it a story because that's how I find it very succinct, very beautifully crafted and written. But we share the reality is that because if Kwamena Duncan na bonya ma storage na some okebia, then you should know that at the name say so you see you can lie about everything, but at the end say light and so you can lie about them. These are two pertinent areas. Problematic.
But I think now the president is not lying. Just that problem, no.
So I'm not saying he's lying. I'm saying that naturally, no. African problem, no. And start to win it there. The results will be blatant in people's faces, and they have to contend with. Me chemo pra river and some say sooner a brown. In so bathroom tap.
River Cobra
yes. Pra sooner a day it's a so from tap me a brown when water should be colorless. You can't use words to convince me. So, and that is what is happening. And like we said through the video, no, higher people in higher positions, as you said, take you over. Excavators, 500 Nigeria. We did not do anything about it.
What you are saying will be that Abayati Task Force Committee.
Yes.
Now, as someone can stop mutu galamsey. Now, buying in a car, ni cameraman, ni media men, no more the soldier for. Now, I could do sites. Now, another team or more galamsey to me a friend. Soldier for no more buying crona no.
Yes, I'm afraid some higher position because
no, power should be soldier Nibia free buying us.
Oh yes, I mean the president
delegating the power man me upon national say go and stop the Manucho and Kalusha doing galamsey. Then I come to your site and then I stop you. I get Chinese people involved arrested, and then Manucho comes and say, hey, oh yeah, there were having me soldier easy, and then what's our friend soldier need for from. Now, almost the backup overcome a buying team or the buying. Meanwhile, military for winning nation and adwase.
Yes.
Inti Sananado person solve a problem now. Just like Joy FM ni adomdi video we buying. Nanado couldn't have gone to summon sa soldier for no. Why na mo friend no? Why na man for be overcome me team no? And is he ready to solve the problem? What my point?
The backstop artists.
These are real issues. These are videos we've all seen.
Tell you that the president is sleeping on this one. So we be truthful to the discourse now. Say or no, what send a team? You've given them the mandate, the power to go and do this. Now say soldier for 2 or no, or more to me hire people in the military. No more send backup to go and neutralize them.
Now you're commander
in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Well, when I say was send the team to go and neutralize them. This video has come to me about 3 months ago, and nothing has been done about it. Then one either your power is not working, or you don't care. Exactly, because what's it? Toothless. That is how the presidency is making it seem, because you can't be fighting when I issue my presidency on the line. Like when your opportunity, say you call them and you take all badges and we give your moon. Nobody will say nobody is untouchable in Ghana.
Na me catch say time Ananado Kasano, that was the time Ananado a president. What kind? Yes. Time. You know, because it was inside story behind Ananado ministerial positions. Kwamena Japan,
yes,
Korean sports minister, can tell you on authority.
Yes,
but certain echelons,
they crushed it. That they don't like
Masa. Adu Humbesi has a president.
Yes,
they told him
he shouldn't dare.
I'm a boni papa kudin cherewa. Oka ajapadi no.
Me welcome me GDO. No, not to mention. I know for very good reasons. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you trust when people tell you, the story will be told.
So, Nipa Kachense Masa. And young Kwan Adu Humbesi Adia so better than a president. You can come and take unilateral decisions.
Yes, what
and Nanadu had no option than to
push it
coil or move back from his plans to make Kwamena Japan minister.
Yes, so it makes you a rubber stamp.
That is this Okasa Satan was in January and July.
Yes.
So he was just a few months into
1.5 years. We put in 1.5 years. So we're 2017.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well,
no,
just 2016.
Yeah,
it's good.
Say January 7th as well.
Perfect.
Until next time,
so yeah. 6 months into his presidency. Wow.
But time goes on.
You know why I don't agree with you? Say Wasisano. That time, Wasisa means he did some good and he's changing. Before he became the president, he had a very good vision, but he couldn't follow it through. So I don't mean
corrupted.
Exactly, because
that's what I'm telling you.
But he couldn't follow through what he's thinking or be truthful to himself. For the 8 years, he's failing, because these are the things that you spoke about. Say, me yes, I win.
I'll put my presidency on
the line here, there. And he said, "Galamsey." I'm just say, "Oh, more kebi." Say, "Etonia Denya, Abronye, Kwamena Duncan, A plus together with
some John Amunya Kennedy Japan.
In terms of
the party,
yeah, Etonia Denya. These 4 people, we know what they've done, the job they've done on the ground, and also say the ability to speak for the masses, what they did, and what they are still doing. So if they have come to say that, say President Ansheni ye dia, they should tell you that they have deep inside information that Masa, I didn't send you a you've rather made it worse. Ordinary Ghana when you cry and you are Jeffrey some excavators. You really send your mind uncle for some corn quayadian. Namunkompanka Mukweni ye. He said you're Ghana Friday be small scale mining and medium scale mining. But then you ask yourself, what's the difference between that and the galamsey? If it's still destroying our waters, is it not just robbing Peter to go and pay Paul and pretending that you are getting the job done? I think when it comes to galamsey issues, I've been in the Western region, I've seen it, and I've known people family people yeah, geo concession for Muslim, but that came. And then I did jam other people, which was good. Made that time, I say, yeah, water bodies in the end and Kayenya yen supported this very good cause. Wuko Krobia, yet it's your friend said, Samampom, you don't touch those forests because he said, and it was protecting us. But he said, yes, plenty beer, I'm sure there are places, because there are reserves. These are forest reserves, these are that we don't touch it because you are taking sustainability. In future, no, no, say we are saying, they also need to come and meet a beautiful earth. But yeah, dear. The presidency looks very weak because what's a team? That's what the counter team no. That's it's all over the place. That video be a share. That's what them share higher. Sometimes we should be able to tell it in the faces of our leaders. Let's stop being timid, because the galamsey issues, it's getting worse. Intrinsically, 5-10 years from now, Kwamena Duncan will tell you the effects will be more than you are relishing today. This is just the start. The real issues in Beba 10-15 years from now, skin diseases, kidney failure, any issues, because you need water, you can't live without it. It is yes, say, Maslow's theory of needs, the very basic needs now. So, your presidency, your leadership was strong to help protect it. I think we are heading towards a doom.
Unity Radio 1039, Kalusha.
Why analysis in Bampese may take it the same thing. But the ventured a kakra men can't do the anubati. I know Mudi sa a Jumano.
I don't know.
Meka, but Pesame, Mudi say, you know, Makanam, the repercussions as my aim. Opo, the mercury are Mudi 2, I don't know. What I say, but mercury is persistent by accumulating toxic pollutant when released into the environment, it accumulates in water, lead sediment, where it converts into toxic metal mercury and enters the food chain. Then they can't say cocoa nkwana, maybe a revenue bay. But from this, it's going to enter into our cassava, it's going to enter into our plantain, it's going to enter yam, and then rice.
Yeah, even
and then
banana
and then expect be almost say asase say we are say chemical say asase we are we nhwenye.
Yeah.
Until that is the short.
You can't get it back.
Now, when you mix it was a mercury and now chlorine and very correct. Now the side effect of that mercury chloride a normal side effect I say acute mercury chloride poison include burning sensations in the mouth and in the throat. Stomach pains, abnormal discomfort, lethargicness like coughing, vomiting of blood, and corrosive bronchitis. Now, severe irritation to the gastrointestinal tract and kidney failure. And to oppose that by HSA, kidney failure bebrebe eko Ghana is coming from this mercury chloride that has been accumulated in the people. People are also vomiting blood, and it is a normal air cost. Hey, when I was listening to Akufo-Addo, I mean, it sounds so good in the years, but in reality,
it sounds like a real leader.
A real leader, powerful. But right now, I say, where for that captain, when Akufo-Addo cannot say anything, and Akufo-Addo only didn't say onye because I don't know say Akufo-Addo Nima no yet candidate, is a different person when he becomes a president. Now, Opo said
he said
land
Chinese ambassador to Ghana. This is what he said.
Chinese people don't control your money. We are not the owners. Chinese people don't know where there is gold. If you don't issue visas to Chinese people cannot enter into your country. They don't know where is the money. They cannot able to enter your country. How could we be able to do galamsey in your country? Why? The question should be answered. Why? That is the support of the local people.
Yes,
what say Chinese people cannot do galamsey alone. Yes. They don't know where the money is. They don't know where is the gold.
Yes.
They don't know. And if you don't issue visas
to them,
Chinese people will not come to your country. So why are Chinese people doing galamsey in Ghana? We have to we have to answer the why.
Question should be answered. Why? That is the support of the local people.
That is the support. That question needs to be answered. Why?
And with the support when the local people means from the president, from the leadership.
Local people
yes, because visas. Visas they come on visas, legal visas. How do they acquire it? These are questions we should ask.
No, local people cry and you cry. But this local people
now be MP on your local person. Local person just natives.
Let me say, that's what I can say. In local over doing say be
because the visas never illegal.
And no local people now can. If I say local people now can. They are talking about the politicians, those who are sitting on the top of Ghana hierarchy. They are the local people that they are talking about. And he said, I don't know, but before I share now, as things are unfolding, it is showing, say, Ghana politicians are always greedy. They always want to get power to enrich themselves, and just, for them and their family. because from look of things how normal are going, things are going. Say you stand up. Now you can't share a kind of a you are speaking truth to the power. They are spoiling our land, and at the same time also killing our people softly because that mercury chloride now you can't want them. I know my exactly February about Ghana for no. It all emanates from this galamsey. Say water bodies. Now President Tiwa Kasa de dead 6 months in your what has changed? They say I'm for I begin to even believe say be possibly the Kobana for say by mom say at that time I cabinet I begin to even believe say I'm for my Akumani be why until why dinner na Akufo-Addo enimu no say no more on to reti. So what is happening to Akufo-Addo that we know? That speaks so well that it is casual and also accommodating. What is happening to this man? Let's see, there's so many things has gone under the bridge, and then we just need to know what is going on because this galamsey madness, if you don't put a stop to it, if you say a baby didn't chikakra, a man only and children on Makano, they're going to suffer. We're better second send Porto and then someone can't follow me now. Rhetorics because we can't the young politician or be power now is going to do the same thing. Ever since Kufo at transfer, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed in Ghana economy. No, scanning no mudi from scatter say or dipado do aduane because one in tema essential. That's what they are doing. No poor I say from every time you have a better biano for Mother Ghana no. Whatever we know, we're going to say it without fear or favor because no matter how say I hear here. Assassin say, what about the city say? It is a sorry area. Often a import to you say a tupi crack can cry import to every China. You want Sokodia, you bet me Sangana, Sokodia, topic. We have to go to China. The phone or one put no more together and can be able to get opportunity even to import those kind of stuff to our country. But it's hard time you just have to stand up for our country. Say I'm standing up for our country now. The politicians are all greedy bastards. Excuse my language. Number two was saying what is happening is
greedy bastards.
What are you saying? I don't know greedy bastards.
Why are we here today? I mean, we should see videos people are sending to me on galamsey. I mean, sometimes
hectares of land are destroyed. They are destroying hectares.
I'll send them to you.
They are destroying hectares of land. And hectares of land are destroyed, and our water bodies are all destroyed. And he said, "We should not speak truth to the power." What are you insinuating? Now, Mister Obama, me Kasayan Kekwe Kwasasma, and the me tribe you me. Me Kwakwe tribe fi enda because Anopa Nana, you should better try research. Now, remember try can't somehow catch you say we should not say it. Now, politicians now to almost the now when a video now sending by me. Masa ba make so many abrepa and the video na send man me no and kanya enkofo na tom basa ka etututu kra nkom kuku mo because of greediness ya ka aso mienka
and one party decided
to cool down
the government people. They were surprised
what is happening. They have to call some authority be now because of munya ekitetu no
initially no mo say soldier for no they were fake. Initially, they were fake, but later on, said these were real soldiers, and those who came, they could communicate with them. They know that these people, they are real policemen. They were shocked. That's on what grounds now government inaugurated a committee giving all the powers to fight this menace. Then another high police command will send people that go and rubbish them. They were so shocked.
Now, they
were so shocked.
The next time we are now free. Wakono musuo wakokokotu musuo e ofie say nsuo na san kokon krai yes atoma yes no nsuo na ani akokon no ma wo nsuo na ani ayi no yes atoma na akokon mu wi a now kidney failure no eto a unum de ekọ ya counts me and can say they are not greedy bastard. They are greedy bastard.
Because
opo yeni abre say no mo ya no no ma fi no mo ya no asan say omo baba beje power no beje power no wi a omo tom kwa na hia omo Now I'm sorry, my baby, because I'm on power. Now, almost say we make you some chair now. No, that's not what we bargain for. We bargain for them.
No,
yeah, before you see, Ankaya attack government. But we share that video now. That's why I was telling Chris if you could project that video. Obi Abeshwebi and Asebe film say a committee which has been set government giving powers inaugurated on TV near they say or galam stop. Now they get to a place, then a high police command sends their people to go and subdue them. So what are we talking about here? Then till now, and I'm gonna say maybe you saw it yesterday. I have seen that video for over 2 months. Up till now, nobody feels that some people have questions to answer. But we've been told
the video
confused.
Kwame
I don't get it. That's the state. Everything is bazaar. You go to school today, free SHS, kids get to school, you say go home. We are not ready. No textbooks and Nanado. People still school under tree and Nanado. We roamed this country with Nana. He saw everything. There are points where you could tell that he was sad. What has changed? People still drink dirty water with animals from the same pond. Women give birth on the bare floor in an area which is one of the largest producers of gold in the world. You go to the western region, there is oil, there is timber, there is gold, there is cocoa. They don't have water. Are we human beings?
Are we human beings? Kwame plus question beside no. I'm on fancy na yeah. Makasa galamsey the on Friday. We'll be projecting the videos now more coming now for your listeners and the viewers. No more share video and then we'll be talking at the background. Kalu finish with the quickly because about 12:12.
Opo your buffo phone say your person a GMI.
But my buffo na more share mukasa. Nze mudidi atem.
We ndi atem. So I mean when you hear that apart, that's some of the words that I need to come from me.
Guard against.
Me guide against, but at times you need obi atem. At times you obi I catch us obi greedy bastard. I don't say you didn't atem because you greedy. Man jima ho. But if you know say you are greedy, jima ho, and then that's the bottom line. Opo what they are putting across and say. So what power continuously? So let tell you coffee no. So what power no be say as man making. Now you walk akoto aduane obayire a odie e mercury ewom meboa na unsuo so a wonom so mercury chloride wom na sa no menya bebe ye na ebe so mu a you do know what is going to happen ni party bebre omako akodidwa oma bre oma mfia akodidwa ese oba bedi dwa ni wie a omba mfia say ye diska kwa akoto yare because ukoto nsuo a Obabayare, Okotoriana, Obabayare. The Obabayare to me. Opo, this is an eyesore. We just have to speak truth to the power because what they are doing, you know, if you don't say anything, my politicians will take us for granted because we give them the power, and then because only say you are powerless, you know. I mean, they don't want us to say anything, but they should not say we give them the power. At that time, what they are doing, if it's not fine, we have to tell them that what they are doing is not good. Opo. Arrest my case.
Arrest my case. Unity Radio 103.9. Enti ano ye Kwamena Duncan. Any galamsey raging issue across Ghana na ye share no na. I film some. And when I watched the video myself, I was Bruni Beka say stand. Just a misha di na na fe Mahama ni ask my wife. And what time am to me lay me head on bed. 2 a.m. trem na mintimi na. Sometimes you think about Ghana because I was preparing for today's show. And onim say adechi about 2 hours na Henrietta mo about in London na about 7 right yeah the Henrietta sorry eno hu me no say hey na what time be na odida because of her say UK on about 7 onim say about 2 a.m. so I should be sleeping na me die no na me say I'm preparing for the show no say hey na time be na onya dida na me raho because aban asoma nkofo say me stop galamsey e di soldier for na galamsey for na tumi afre army base ama soldier for abe over power aban for
the vast of the land na I
said na nsu de da ho na China for na ya che om no si munya om
7 Chinese
wa no mu ja om nyina na change do am na me hwe om hankofo mo into an SUV BC1 om si munya om na mo peke ni ama ho no mo ko
say police in Tadian on say about these ones they look genuine, so they are for who? Na police by a free. Then we call a higher command. Then they bring people to come and subdue. And I mean, so many say, see why I think that young Ghana na attitude count just a Chinese in the kind. Natives in the crack count or be bad no work one hand no have mom or kakrana concession idea. You see all those things we agree, but that is why we wanted leadership to go by example. Say yes, is
that not why leadership said he put his
excellent say leadership nanka say no the leadership some talk president and confess what attack on. So I want to use the word leadership. Nanka more fresh soldier for no. Number you soon as a turning point. Say why? This is a galamsey of fun. You've killed them. They are spirits in Adina. Who cook Robenson Wakwaye? Obi Moko Chinese for no soldier 4 years in Moyamodeng. You know, you are rather giving power to the ordinary people. You've ceded your power to them. Until now, nothing has been said. And people are now talking. Abronya is forced. They say A+ is forced to talk that, you know what? It's a lost fight because government officials now are deeply involved in this thing. So I will put my presidency on the line. And now we are not there yet.
The next issue that has to do with Abattoir now. Hey, Sir John Dianos crying here quickly. And to move on fast, mommy, on this story. Special Supreme Court Judge Bakwakasa with regards to election petition. And this is what he had to say. I say you needed pink sheets for your case, not spreadsheet. Supreme Court Judge to Mahama. I said, how about NDC for now? A justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Gertrude Tokonu, has justified the unanimous ruling of the Apex Court in the 2020 presidential election. She said the petitioner, former President John Dramani Mahama, and his legal team should have brought pink sheets to support their claims. She noted that the petitioner need the pink sheet and not spreadsheet. Quote, There was a spreadsheet alleging vote peddling of 4,693 votes in 26 constituencies, and we said we would have expected that the pink sheet for those polling stations would have been exhibited to prove the allegations instead of a spreadsheet. The conclusion was that even if one took out these 4,693 votes, it would not impact on the 6 million plus votes that the candidate were dealing with. She said this at the workshop organized by the Coalition for Domestic Elections Observers CODIO. I've been Chambas Kokasao. The Supreme Court judge and he say fast near here. Supreme Court and he say Mahama almost the spreadsheet and some comedy pink sheet.
Yes, so Excel sheet.
Why spreadsheet in I saw the pink sheet to authenticate or prove your allegations, but nonetheless, almost say 4,693 votes in Okra was insignificant comparing the 6 million.
I followed through everything, but I think there are more way to football. He's trying to explain to them that next time, if they have some of these issues, we go to court with facts, not sentiments, because what those spreadsheets are not say errors also bring signed authenticated sheets are presiding with officer was signing, we are signing, we could pay this amount. So the more I look into this case, I didn't need to be a Supreme Court judge to even tell me this one. Somewhere betiena, somewhere judge Agradaa, and we won and you were cheated with stories now. It might be true, but when you had the chance to prove to the whole world, you did not. I said in 4,300 said a sample. They wanted to say that by sample they were cheated. In their chest, we are a bigger space now. But you need you see a numbers game.
Sir, by sample you are cheated. We are talking about numbers. Yes, sir. What enough to court and say
the number is significant.
I was cheated. It be 10,000 votes, 20,000 votes, and these are my proof. But I can say okay, we a sample say cheated in 20 constituencies 4,000 something. In the other constituencies it could be more. You don't expect the court to go and dig and find the numbers for you.
I think you've said it, so you can move on, because the more I say, the more I'll let them know that they are fighting. They wasted everybody's time. With all apologies to them, because we saw happen in 2012. You can say present the same case or do it in a similar fashion, but carry all your pink sheets. Well done. I say natural science or many large volumes of data, and put all the data together and get a significant number that you were cheated 400,000. What's a 400,000 if you nanado demu now the 200,000 idea one ebe run off and ebe winning, it would have made a lot of sense. So he's not telling them that at the post-election, people are worried that why did the 7 member Supreme Court judges go 7-0, and I think the woman has been charitable enough that for our democracy to go forward, they need to. Wamunya chance, I'm explaining some of the things she as a person took in coming to some of those decisions. What do you say? What they showed her no. Or no, I want to that crown to me way. What if later no you prove say the number somebody NDC by and it was mischief just to create way. In time come your take pink sheets and audience errors was on the buyer. It would have saved a 49er, and some of us could have confidently sat here to fight or speak on your behalf. But then they call you dear, you went there to joke with all apologies. So they should learn. I mean, based on I said what happened there that I saw, this woman saw. I mean, in tandem, in consonance with her, in agreement with her, that kakrana mo de chair any dear, and yet enough for us to even dream, think, even consider that there was a cheating of a sort who could have resulted in day winning. I agree perfectly with Justice Gertrude Tokono.
What she was saying, I definitely agree with her. I see you should present a pink sheet, not a spreadsheet. And I attribute to the fact that there were so many anomalies in the elections, but then you couldn't present your case well because in the judicial sector or section, if you want somebody something to go in your favor, you always have to present facts. What I say, but the facts should be the evidence. Evidence should be real evidence, not a spreadsheet that you put it in the computer. That in this case, what we're anticipating is should be the pink sheet. The make up to say it's not your spreadsheet. In as much as you be able to gather all your information and put it on your computer, that's good. But what the courts, and I say Supreme Court were anticipating is bring up your pink sheet and let us see the anomalies or the faults in the pink sheet. From that, we be able to bring a good verdict. But when and you want a good verdict, I mean, you're not going to get it. That's the bottom line.
Okay. Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo na we yenhwe na emphasize dama Danko African Market and Wholesale uyubia say ope manu choma memfa commercial ma ho.
Yes. The new African market, the new Danko African market. The new African Danko.
We have 30 seconds per less than 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds they met me the dance about Danko.
Yeah, time niko.
30 seconds met me the dance here because nya Danko ayama me no. Danko ayama me no me 2 hours kwampa me to menka. Unya kan caliber na wa ne ohiani so share. What the one what do tintim kakra guma opo wo pressure it will go down. Your bitter wood, imba no more menstrual cramps, your kuta fish, your Kenyan tea, like everything Liberia there. Oba honoma when ye bia you be money back return. Your brother friend said you see kabe maun. You be turn be maun. Open from Ghana, share butter, a cheke, a crabs, a wajani, anything that you want from Africa, South Africa, Guinea, Cape Verde, Cote d'Ivoire. Come to the new African Danko market on 785 Main Street. 785. Open so from one side. Would want maybe when you are church. I bet you from number way, and they will come and pick you to the place, serve you, and carry to your car for you. 774-243-7151. 774 the OBN 243-7151. The new African Danko market there. You can never go wrong with anything African food, medicine, local herbs there.
Yeah, okay, that is Danko African Market and Wholesale. Omuta Chine Dijumedi bro. Yeah, move on to the next story quickly. Now, for the sake of time. Now, say between Martin Amidu Diano and Sir John Diano, which one do you guys want to do?
Sir John Martin Amidu is a strong one because we have to read.
Mokasa Intimbo no makofa. Okay. Hey, Dr. Ibn Chambas Diano.
Yeah,
Ibn Chambas. I say maintain the same, or say politicians, and just like we're saying, maintain the same appetite for change in power as you had in opposition. Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambas, immediate past head of the United Nations Officer for West Africa and the Sahel, has described as ironic the ideology of opposition parties to always seem to have the blueprints on how to run a country and all other issues about a country's administration until the power gets into their hands. Intima Kenwi Kalu, I mean, Sate also. Or say, Omo pe power, brilliant ideas, blueprint. I say, Omo wo country ni problems any solutions nyina enlisted but ode ma omo akai na nyina yira both parties
well said. I mean, has been a politician and has risen to the rank and file of the politics. Now, first, ECOWAC, you know, no, ECOWAC, you know, after about UN. And to say, I mean, the man has seen it all. But as you say, you know, I'm saying what I see is that when they want power, they're always perpetuating lies. What I say, and no more on my eyes, and no matter how no see call Ghana, no, you could be able to say it. But as he rightly said, no, say, Mamma power anywhere, not failure. I didn't know who say, oh, Baba fixing. I didn't have it, not a interim fixing him. Not another bay, I did be. I think I can say, oh, many, I say, Mirage, many, they cannot face it. And if you have a country like that, that is say, you always, I mean, development party, man, is us. Because you're dear man, development between our cost, I could not answer because they almost see a year no man. Politicians say to no more back, more year, some more cotter now, no more baby. But then some more power now, more cotter because power now, but almost castle. Then it was be brilliant. Castle speed a decono. Then a chance, almost power now. Yeah, because it be a car back one train boss. Now, when you're a crack, and as a car, I go down to Kwamena. Oh, Nebi. Until no more come to boss into whom almost two problems are. Society and communities in Baba Menya in the essence of cast the coast speed no fight they don't seem to see what is going on in the communities. As if me pa Dr. Chambas I'm sure our transiana was assessing no man who say yes politicians no almost they use their lies to win power, but when they win the power they forget that they have a mandate for the populace and a mandate to serve the people. And when they get the power, what they need is money, because right now when they get the power, they don't even talk or speak in Ghana city or in dollars. What I say, dollars they do go to because Kariba if I buy in dollars, it's bottom they say no dollars. Once they are in position, they are talking in cities until they know what is on the ground. They know. But when they get the power and they get the data power now, hey, they forget everything because right now, no, what they want to, they are getting. On the moment times, come say you're assassin crime more than what they are doing now. Opo.
Kalu,
yeah,
Manu Yanko.
Yeah, I think short one. I've been Chambas. He couldn't have said it any better, which I also agree perfectly that parties opposition and they have all the solutions to Ghana's problems. But once they get the power, they turn their deaf ear to it and they close their eyes to it, which is not good. We are now over 60 years. I mean, if I say independence, you could walk away with some of these things. But this is a world near global village. I think the citizenry are also part to be blamed because they've chosen sides, autopilot in identity. We have been taken for granted. There are some changing lights. Parliament are chairman Sadian. So he had something said, "Wow, party officers now so chairman. I mean, use your own blueprint. What they pay way, what they pay way into power no? As your scripts, as your manuscripts. I would be ruling. We understand that problem." I know it's difficult because it's people help you to get the power. For investor musicani identity, we are when you power now, then they remind you of what they've done. They need to recoup. But as a party, there you've been in power before, you've been in opposition, and you know how it sounds. It's good when our leaders tell us, but the first starts with them. Self-actualization. It starts with those parties and leadership first. That you know what, near kana your opposition, yen kano crunchy and conform. You don't come and do cosmetic, may say D, may interchange, may free SHS, may say, then you don't put all the effort to do it well so that the Ghanaians enjoy it inevitably. So I think it's a laudable one that parties should learn this. If they really truly have our nation at heart, then what they say in opposition should be replicated or should be done. Like where motivation message can well done is better than well said, but it looks like then well said is too much. So it's only a good advice. That's I think some of our and can we go for it. The more fans who are citizenry, let's help them to pick it up. Being say Akufo-Addo galamsey on the line just before this election. I will fight galamsey in my second term. City FM, City News also pick are reporting. Now he needs to help us. This is what you want to see. We can't wait. Chairman opposition about Mama implement it. You yourself, you had. since we came to power 2016. It's just try your best. Won't you mean in 25 to 50%? And I think Ghana will be a beautiful place. If you look at the policies and gains they do, their manifestos and stuff, enumerating our problems, giving their solutions, but when they come, it becomes a thing of the past. It's not really too good. So if they listen to the Chambas, I believe you'll be very good results eventually.
Okay, Dr. Mohammed Ibn Chambas say appetite amudi campaign edi eka Ghana problems blueprint solutions no mo be nya power na mo fa sa solve problems no. Okay, mo me say John enso a story no na we don't want to see you at the funeral of Sir John. Akufo-Addo, others warned. The traditional council and residents of Sakora will know the traditional council of Sakora will know in the Kwabre East municipality of the Ashanti region have sent a warning to President Akufo-Addo, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, MP for the area Francisca Otain Mensah, MCE for the area Nana Osei Esibe Bonsu, and national, regional and constituency executives of the NPP not to attend the final funeral rite of the late Mr. Kojo Owusu Afriye, popularly known as Sir John. According to them, they don't want to see them because they have betrayed the former general secretary of the Elephant family. Queen mother of the town, Nana Amanyako, stated that this was the time for the NPP government to honor Sir John after his demise by tiring their abandoned deplorable road networks before the day for the funeral. She said what broke the camel's back was the order by authorities to stop the 1 week exercise of the late Sir John on grounds that the ban on forms of social gathering was enforced. Nana Nyako pleaded with the government to complete other abandoned projects which were started by Sir John, including a hospital that is at its completion stage, a pipe-borne water project, a technical school that is near completion. She said they have complained on several occasions to the MP and the MCE for the area, but they have turned deaf ears to their worries. Now I am boldly saying that we don't need any of the aforementioned people at Wono should our demands, if our demands are not considered. Manu?
Yes. I think that the headline really got to me, so I had to read the story very well.
Yeah.
But I think it has to do with development in the idea. They've not been, they've been left off. But all of a sudden, who say roads in idea, some of them are being patched. Because the final funerals will be held.
It's coming up. Almost February 25th.
Yes. When there are COVID complications, you
all democracy.
Yes, but that's what they are saying.
And I'm
corroborating with you that San Jindi, but because San say COVID complications na ekon. So you're only corroborating the story, not to say we disagree on it. But it was buried earlier because the woman said that time we be any yare and send
Adintina Sir John, astute politician. Loved by all, if not all.
Yes.
Well,
yes, I think it would have been beautiful. Now, from February till now.
I mean, sometimes I don't know, but on the nano Man City for Pep Guardiola, striker friends Aguero. I'm so mobile in the statue cries you.
Oh yes.
Sometimes you have to honor people.
Exactly.
And now I'm on the crum for no. Yes,
yes.
That is how they are feeling, sir.
Yes.
MPP for betray Sir John.
Exactly. Now, especially when here and say, they quickly want to do a window dress and then they will walk out of the place. Yes. They should struggle. They always want to come and do whitewash. Who painted and it's one and paint my but so I think they are using it as a caution that say penning on mobile one most of our wants for us, our needs for us, because of my attitude. Since the
Ghana
death of the man,
went to me and Kasa development. What you have, Omama warning say.
Yes.
Bet you mean
Exactly. Because the truth is that we say Sir John that's when you such a treatment. Obi when people mu cry and I say where he will think twice. Like this are people.
And then I mean more example of a
yes.
Dr. The NDC former chairman
Kwamena yeah, also went under similar stakeholder situation. And I think the chiefs are doing the right thing by telling them that, you know what, let's make sure that I'll give us our best share so that I can come for the funeral. One year there because I'm attitude and MP, no, the MP for the area too. Yes, they don't even mind them. They don't care about the whole thing. And it's MPP has been winning over there all this while. I think they are asking for their fair share. It is well and good. Politicians are mostly like that. So we be a bar no more benena more no more shortcuts no more say maybe no more copy okay we chance them. So if the presidency with Dr. Bawumiane ade nyina per se omunya enough traction in the town and be respected and seen as where they should just have a they should sit down, have a chat and get this thing sorted. So I agree with the chiefs and the opinion leaders of the town and say people
said so
exactly moment you can only have your biggest share because you will not have the chance to see them on Bahobium. But this is the time the cameras, the presidency is coming to pretend to cry. You make sure that you also get in Ubenya. So I agree with them. Say they should hold them to ransom. They should hold them by their
boss.
They should hold them by their boss.
One way I best suspend you.
Yeah, so I think it's a positive one. That Nishadam just say something out of place, but where there it is very saying that Sir John Kwamena wrote the BBI Basa school system near schools near the
Sir John started technical institute.
Yes,
it's been abandoned.
Exactly.
Or started
yeah.
He
had some few projects. I know your mom. They've all been thrown under the bus,
including hospital.
Yes, a hospital too.
I almost say a completion stage crowd.
Yes,
and a pipe-borne water project. In Suya can was a technical school. Say well, too well. No, is it say well now? Be it
yeah. I mean, they hit Akufo so that they can use it beautifully. Yeah, so in principle, no. Yeah, so in principle, thank you very much, my sweetheart. Yeah, so in principle, they are demanding for their fair share of the national cake. And I think it doesn't come better than abandoned projects, I said, John time near the end. So I said, road need your money. They just want to use this opportunity for them to get other details and other issues met, which is positive. Sana Ghana, and can say, yes, I say, we hold the leadership to ransom, but is there one of their own? He's been there. Ghana, so political figure being over so Sir John. And even his own personal love for yes, they've never been there. Since he died, no, they've always not been around. But this time around, they want to come for the final funeral rite. Only Babaji didn't say in there. I said John will be an penance empire. Fear delegates in Kokwa. He's the one who made those things popular. And 2 victories are ensure around Kufuor time near he has been around, so he's known. He's a known head as a general secretary. I think it's a gen sec that you can't forget. If they are holding the leadership to ransom, they should sit with them, Jojo, and make sure that some of these things are done. But so said they should make sure that Sikani Bibiana has been sorted. Windows dressing them, they'll run away. You've seen them. You see about interchange your mind. Just after elections, they be afraid for constant updates, and they tell me that it's not been done. I would advise the people of the town.
They take it time. Almost started crowd.
No, not at all. But some be shortcutting, breaking ground. I born excavator.
Shortcutting the Ghana enemy.
Yeah.
Bankra inland port.
Exactly.
Yeah, shortcutting by 100 times. Before shortcutting. Akufo-Addo shortcutting now.
Yes. Which is until when you have a chance, make sure that you take this cue from this. They brought. I have pictures. My best they brought an excavator, brought a heap of cheapens. Now some best starting. And they gave even 24 months. Start dating on Mahama Duncan, but 24 months. Into at least your presidency is 4 years. He expected some. I'm an engineer.
It means that the money is ready. You are ready
exactly,
to go.
why a preliminary stage in the area? Because such recognizance of any idea. And now, because be a mukrasa or dumpy level, total stage, no mujakwa, no more measure, no more yesi. And the problem who said maybe because no, but you can see a cat sword there more often than not.
Underground working has been done. The funds are there.
Working drawings in BBR has been gotten. I mean, speaking from a purely engineering consultancy point of view, you can see a cocatia. That's how it goes. These people should also to hold them to ransom. I think they are doing the right thing. That Yaya buying, say John, I buying or Kunu Humo and your start here. It will only be right. At least 1 or 2 of those projects needs a completion. No function in Union. I agree with them perfectly for what they are saying or what they intend to do, and they'll hold it through. I'm not sure the presidency will go there and defy them and go there.
Okay. Kausha, pakakaka on yankwe. Sergeant Abusuafo.
Sergeant Abusuafo, Omudika. I say me ba wow Omudika. And this is the opportune time I'm so it's a national cake no munyebi. Na omode yi na. Opo Sergeant Asemi ama just put my mind in his other perspective say what is going on? Because Sergeant Ankasa na MPP party no or so mu pa den pa say pa na say we wouldn't say treaty say no po what I want to put across is say those guys now more yeah offenses how for full soldiers no because say John no top notch or what MPP mu no we wukra na because COVID now but no protocols but at least the government has even sent a small delegation be said to go there and all my social distancing now the politicians, you know, when there's a big fanfare, you always see them, you go there and speak their good English, big English. That sounds good in your ears. But to implement it is a implementation. Say, Obama come before say, but come before the dead.
Say Ghana cry a bandy English campaign here or Ghana.
I know my country because
own country can fante. We have to use our na because majority of the people are illiterate. Majority don't even understand. This is a key news for also better TV so no so DB a concert party. Anzana Manfuati Kakra.
Yeah, and NCC they had books. Maybe I educated. They write them in other languages. I remember I was learning a word through some of these little books.
First, not TVs, no more adult education. No more adult education in Ghana. Yeah. Adult education in Akan. Yes. Adult education in Dagbani.
Yeah. No more GTV.
Weekly,
but GTV, you know, so I say national television stations in quite powerful. They have more money and they work harder. But yet, I think GTV now, no, for ethics and conversion, because in flags there are more than 200 stations. I agree with you. I'm more educational. They should spend money to get some of these things done. But which is very important because I quite said Brofuna na beautiful ceremony a president deliver on the galamsey way no. Because at the end of the day, no, yet you meet in any and California and Monte. So I agree with you that there should be proper translation of some of these messages so that it trickles down. And Sana, they are only blinding us with a lot of big English.
Okay.
So Sir John same way, and I'm cool to him, cool to you. Sir John here says politicians are not to be trusted.
They are fair delegates.
Politicians, they are not.
Unim say road minister. Your friend saying
the current one.
Yeah. Only Obabi Kwenra Nanka me pekisa story number. Only Eastern region Obabi.
My man,
also the finding you now the crowd.
I organize. I'll say.
Also, my chebit is heaven.
Heaven, I'll say. Tema. That baby, I call Canada, Japan.
Yeah.
No man come out. Canada. If you put Canada, that's story.
Yeah.
Transport, Minister of Transport.
Transport. Okay, the DB
for Resiama.
For Resiama. Okay, this for Resiama. Very quiet by you. I just
yeah. Or see. Why ye or my chebi? Or related to Akufo-Addo. Meboa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what the lady also for Eastern region. Ho ba am so mukrono anyway and I almost say and I was reading the story and I was background story and he say I krom ho foni bi nso say chebi for na almost so etuma ma me say oye galamsey ema sa minister na akoka nti na ono so mpe na asem na also attacking minister no what I say
yeah
osima me no sa lady no me refie say nka me I have a story on my
organizer or BBB organizer.
Yeah, women's organizer. Yeah, MPP women's organizer. Yeah.
Yes.
no to be money minister no say or the kwan nyina ko ni project ni nyina
o say o fa
o ba bi no oba no fa chebi
o fa wom kwan bi
no be pie chebi o say double asphalt
Kwesiam Akwata
Kwesiam Akwata ya ona make us Akufo-Addo o say wa ye okoba bi o so kokuma say ana ba bi no oba no wura mu wo ho
mate da yes chebi there Eastern Region roads ni ya there come on I mean
and o say wa ye double asphalt o say kwan no ma ye ne come na o mo sign there another asphalt
yes e go so two
sign to so
yes
and o bisa say aden ye de be ye road minister ma chebi nko ana Eastern Region grow na aka no de nya kwan ni bia enye ena krum ho for chebi for no so say ne bi anya de pa no krum ho so no so to be man o ban say oye galamsey national MPP national women's organization oye galamsey ntina minister no ko kan ntina no so on pen minister na say no so ateni aban so na me the way go back to say Sir John ya astute and former general secretary and then former forestry commission boss nti so with nipo to say him and no and betimi aga say John no your number one fan of Akufo-Addo than any other person in the MPP.
Yes.
So until for him to lose his life the way he did, can MPP ye be monumental. Oh, Kromo de Shen and Munyama, I think Sanka and can ye be na at least said your Ohimani Krumho for canon. Na I show Moon cry say a just say John. On himself is here George Floyd and Rabbi Biden's speech in the Sutia. Omube police reforms are more dean
not so
and atuso. Wow. So Omube police reforms are George Floyd dean edaso. So because of the manner he died, it I feel say John the way I was here so many people no come ye bibi shen and munyama and can ye bad at least ne kwine a kwine near day so you move on there. Last topic. Name me phone lines and another callers in our program. And take over, and that has to do with Martin Amidu.
One friend Kid
Jemfua, yeah. Thank you, Pastor Okupini. Kid Jemfua, yeah. And one of the stories are not interesting me. And I'm busy but I mean there was a lot on our desk yesterday, so I couldn't pick that story. But Mama share krata ten. I didn't know. Me headphone you have say me hwe krata tenten no yen kan krata na yenua Martin Amidu atro na uko Ghana web na hwe headline e dia o say Akufo-Addo Akufo-Addo has nominated a surrogate as special prosecutor. Martin Amidu Martin Alamisi Bones Kaiser Amidu has described the nomination of lawyer Kisie Jabin as his successor at the office of the special prosecutor as quote a surrogate unquote of persons implicated in the Ejapa royalties transaction corruption assessment report. According to him, Kisie Jabin's appointment is to safeguard the interest of persons the corruption assessment report implicated. In a statement copied to Ghana web titled "Do not defame me," other headlines could be more fire say, "Don't tempt me to come out." So I'm going to read quickly. Mamen kind in 10 said, "Ibetumi akan krataning na no bia TB." Don't defame Martin Amidu in their propaganda to nominate a new special prosecutor by Martin ABK Amidu. Anybody deeply knowledgeable about the Ejapa royalties transaction corruption risk assessment report, which resulted in my eventual resignation as the first special prosecutor, knows that one of the beneficiaries of the Ejapa royalties transaction in African Legal Associates, whose contract to participate in the transaction was found to be contrary to the Public Procurement Act and tainted by bid rigging until 20th March 2020, Ejapa Royalties Limited was incorporated as Asase Royalties Limited on 5th November 2019 in Jersey, the United Kingdom. Anybody who cares to know knows that the alter ego of African Legal Associates is a cousin of the president who has established Asase Radio, which began official transmission on 14 June 2020, referring to why Gabi Asare Ochiridako. Nti associate law firm no a omuna ebe
legal associate
omuna ye ebe hwe Ejapa legal counsel no president ewo fase dia and a cousin sorry missing off fase president a cousin is a I'll say is a cousin of the president who also established Asase Radio, which began official transmission 14 June 2020. The Japan royalties transaction records show the role the president's cousin, who established Africa Legal Associates and Asase Radio, played with White and Case LLP of London, one of the foreign law firms in the suspected corruption transaction. It must be therefore be worrying to any patriotic Ghanaian not afraid of the culture of silence to see Asase Radio undertaking political propaganda beginning on 25 April 2021 to 26 April 2021 to prepare the minds of the Ghanaian and international public to accept the surrogate of the alter ego of the Asase Radio station and African Legal Associates as the Special Prosecutor, as mandated under Section 41 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2018 Act 959. In the attempt of persons implicated in the Japan royalties transaction corruption assessment report to pressurize the president to appoint their surrogate as the special prosecutor to safeguard their interest, the online reportage of Asase Radio resorted to direct fabrications, lies, and omissions against me in its narration of the reasons for my resignation. The post on the Asase Radio online website by one Wilberforce Asari states in respect of my resignation that, quote, his Martin Amidu reasons for resigning were roundly criticized by civil society actors who maintained that the law offered him enough protection to stay in office and perform his duties without interference, and that there was no clear evidence of any executive interference that should have triggered his resignation. End of quote. Asase Radio and its alter fabrication, Asase Radio and its alter ego did not have the courage to point out one civil society actor who expressed their fabrication it was putting out to the public to aid the appointment of its new surrogate and preferred a Japan special prosecutor. Asase Radio also shamefully pretended not to have read my rejoinder, giving further and better particulars on my resignation dated 26 November 2020 to the Secretary to the President. Supposed reply to my resignation letter, which we now know by experience that the President might not have instructed to be written at all. My functions or my judgment and decisions as the Special Prosecutor to resign my office under Act 959 was not subject to the supervision or judgment of civil society actors, let alone those of them who secretly attended government policy making meetings, as I had occasion to point it out in the writing previously. In exercise of brazen impunity, Asase Radio reported online a matter which was never featured in my resignation for pure political propaganda to facilitate and enhance the status of its surrogate, quote, a Japa, unquote, special prosecutor, even before the president could indicate his acceptance of the nominee and forward a request to Parliament. What has the nomination of a special prosecutor by the Attorney General, which was awaiting the pleasure of the President, got to do with the reportage by Asase Radio that, quote, Mr. Amidu, a veteran member of the opposition National Democratic Congress, who rose to become Vice President candidate and Attorney General, fell out with the Mills administration over what he described as a matter of principle over alleged executive connivance in dubious multi-million-dollar judgment debt. Didn't the president know these facts when he invited me and convinced me to accept to be the first special prosecutor? Was the president expecting me to close my eyes to corruption in his government when he personally sought my acceptance and transmitted my nomination to Parliament? Did I, as a public officer, continue to be a member of the National Democratic Congress (NDC) upon my nomination and subsequent appointment as the special prosecutor? Was my supposed disaffection with the NDC the reason for the president referring the alleged Airbus bribery case to me for investigation? Asase Radio appears to have been so bent on pressurizing the president to announce their preferred choice as the special prosecutor, the Japan special prosecutor, that it forgot that the nomination letter by the special prosecutor was addressed only to the president. How then did the nomination letter of a new special prosecutor come into the public domain to make the rounds in the press? Asase Radio should also have told the Ghanaian and international public that its surrogate and nominee special prosecutor in the published letter is a personal friend and classmate of the Attorney General and the owner of Asase Radio, all of whom attended the University of Ghana Faculty of Law and Ghana Law School. The independence of the special prosecutor from the direction or control of any person or authority in the performance of the functions of his office are the operative statutory words for the nomination of an impartial special prosecutor, not a word with an anism. Section 13, particularly subsections 3 and 4 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2018 spells out the procedure for nomination and appointment of a qualified special prosecutor. In the scheme of the 1992 Constitution and Act 959, even though the nomination of the special prosecutor is entrusted to the Attorney General subject to approval of Parliament, the person who accepts the nomination and submits it to Parliament for consideration and approval is the President. Consequently, the announcement of my nomination as the first special prosecutor was made by the President on 11 January 2018 at a press conference at the Jubilee House and followed up with a request to Parliament to consider the nomination for approval. The Attorney General at the time never arrogated to herself the authority to force the hands of the President to accept my nomination by making her nomination public before the President had the opportunity to make same public. The Attorney General at the time followed the dictate of ministerial and cabinet responsibility in allowing the cabinet and the President to consider my nomination before it was made public. And those of us who had ears inside the cabinet knew the debate that went on before the President concluded the cabinet debate in accepting and announcing my nomination as the first special prosecutor on 11 January 2018. Asase Radio and the nominator of the proposed new special prosecutor know or ought to have known the extent of the involvement of their surrogate as a lawyer for suspects in pending suspected corruption cases in which the government showed an undue interest in the office of the special prosecutor, which I await to see how independently and impartially those cases will be handled to conclusion should the President submit the same name of the nominee to Parliament. He is approved and then appointed. I read Sir Sam Jones' expose on impunity, corruption, and other isms, militating against the fighting against corruption in government and the economy before reading the series of propaganda publications by Asase Radio on its preferred and proposed new special prosecutor. No impartial observer can no impartial observer can disagree with Sir Sam Jones' reflections except beneficiaries of system who loot from the public purse. The fight against corruption in Ghana has been and is still in state capture. Mark my words. By all means, by all means, let anybody root for his or her preferred special prosecutor as an insurance against prosecution for corruption in government, but leave me out of the propaganda. I am honoring an undertaking by my silence in not commenting on public affairs. Stop tempting headline. Stop tempting me to speak by the defaming propaganda against me. It will not be in anyone's interest. Martin ABK Amidu, 29 April 2021. I know the buyer. 2.5 page later. I said Martin Amidu mama yusunum because I'm my bread. Manucho.
Yeah, I think it's self-explanatory and very long and winding, but it's not a
yeah. My main one is tougher. Ni tenten ni tete ani say Martin Amidu krata odi aba bonti o say Asase Radio twa ntro bibira afa no ho e fa ne resignation letter and say mo kan ye akokan say ono President Mills abreso kra no of fall out with President Mills any ade Emma o say sa ne ma na Asase Radio ko kan no fa so be na wo so because ensem na mo kan no e ya ade a esi yansa na nanado appointing no say special prosecutor na oto aso ko kire mu kan say papa ya ya fa no kisi agya abin one or attorney general classmate.
Yes.
Attorney general was implicated in the Ejapa royalties deal. Oya Gabi Asaro Chire da kun yonko pa.
The lawyer.
Na so na danfo, or a friend.
Yes.
So sign the lawyer. And Gabi Asaro Chire da kun so a law firm. And I was so a new UK law firm. Or no yeah private legal
local,
for Ejapa. 18 tenten ni tie nyina ne say Ejapa deal no. Enti ena Gabi Asarachi da kunya asase radio no chese news no kra asase radio edi kan be to abontin be kirekiram ye campaign ya se kisi ajaben na chese propaganda ya set agenda na ma omo se omo nka se kisi ajaben sa na ento aban ni tim na aban no na na ekwan ya ye fa so kra de kisi ajaben din e ba abontin no attorney general mum na de ye den e de bai ba ono ne de no enye sa na na etie ntin saye ne kwan ne niam ye fa so nyina asesa nti asase radio kasa omunhwe omukasa yi na ono no o kan mo bi ate ase se so omo anhwe yi na ono matena Amidu bie nano a ensem we beba no ene ekenkuroi na oto aso ka se samjo na beka sa ya asase radio san de ebekeka bi a kire no eno no o che se obi a odo Ghana na adwene mu da ho na adwene mu da ho nya se waboda mo ba wadwene mu da so ye fair minded a onye partial unye ebia MPP na mfaso a unye free mu no obon se Sam Jonah sama okan no krepa na o se corruption kon no afedia jensa mo wo Ghana na ye mark ne west na o hwe kwan ya kisi agya bin ba oba no o se o de corruption cases bi ekoya na do any interest wom ebi o ha hu ana eze pani a wayi mframa no wayi nani ato baabi na he is watching looking on to see the kisi ajabi how obe face sa kisi na nado sans edi sa kisi no ebe break kisi ajabi am na handler but in short no we can say surrogate as you say
somebody used in place of I say rubber stamp
enti I to say
oba onto me for a reason onto me one say eba na sha another woman
enti ye pe obi a ye betimi use no na keta asehye ne proye na enkanim guase ya kan no obeso amai omu ye ni mu ase obekata ye chi ye pro ye so ye kankan so onda nadi in short matena Amidu su kisi ajabe no o hye MPP ga o si criminals na or prosecute o no onu na nadi enti anu na ema reflect Kennedy Japan asem o kan no o si criminals na no prosecute o no akwa kisi ajabe na defend you
as a lawyer they pick him up as a lawyer. I think it's a comprehensive.
Yeah, that is why I wanted to read. So yeah.
Now, what should Amidu fell out with the presidency and also leadership because of this Japan royalties, risk assessment, or a lot of
the resignation or implicate president, or implicate attorney general, or implicate senior minister, or implicate finance minister, or implicate Gabi Asaro.
Yeah,
say Omaya na busuya no more Japan no more chafa.
Exactly. And by law, so I say within 6 months of his resignation, I see another special prosecutor, and they are almost 5 months already. So they are being forced to bring somebody else. Now, what will be bar? I mean, this is what is done. Nomination. It's been nominated after November for vetting. And some of these things will be brought at the vetting panel for us to really appreciate. But on our candidate, and he gave it with facts that this man is highly involved with major factors and our proponents are. Or implicate someone on the Japan deal. It makes it a bit more biased. And the biases might be brought to bear. Professionally, might be very qualified. But Chroma simple. Who could you say, man? You're fast a jury. Who to make a choice say, I know this person, I'm a classmate. Sorry, I am a classmate, so I say it mean to me in that case, also because professionally you are qualified.
Conflict of interest. But biases can never be taken out of a man. That's why you always be a Ghanaian. Nigerian in Ghana no could as much as you might once a while. Everybody didn't hear, but we didn't hear put the Ghanaian in there because he was a Ghanaian in the man. Into the system tries to avoid some of these things. I think as I see radio, no, for me, it's not said anything new. It's for Gabi and it's been brought. It's a political way. As much they try to be very balanced in everything, but they also serve the interests of their boss, and which is nothing wrong, nothing bad with that. But Kisi Jaben as a special prosecutor, the more I read, the more I hear, the more I become a bit afraid. I will not judge him. He will get the first chance to also obey Yinano when he gets Obeko Parliament for vetting.
Exactly, vetting obey Yinano. but to know that he's really a friend of the accusers, you know, it makes it accused, you know. It makes it more a bit of not a healthy one, because would read the letter now, he was giving reasons that they just wanted to denigrate him and make the name of Ijabi Nkra shouldn't have come up at this stage. Who go for the dummy? You only do the nomination. You did not even copy the press or anybody. So how did the letter come out there? Between you and the presidency.
Yeah.
So you can see the propaganda being played all over, pushing our faces to turn the president's hand, say, Edna is so accepting. We spoke about Asante Bedio too, so let it be a send man from the investigation. Just the president did not even have any knowledge about it. Yep. So the things going on in there, it's a bit strange and a bit not too good. But it doesn't take anything away. And he's warned them that someone in Jaya, he'll be forced to talk. I don't know if there are things to tell, why not? We are here to listen. Don't say, don't force me to talk near the end. They become empty threats. As far as I'm concerned, if you have something to say, you are very good at writing. To make a throw, not for two. I'm able to have a press. So you shouldn't be too much afraid of this thing. But Kisie Jabin as a special prosecutor, the more I hear, the more I become afraid for Ghana. That at his vetting, it will be an interesting one that I'm waiting. And I'm still waiting for Kennedy Japan to also give me what he feels, what he thinks about someone you claim defense criminal being nominated by your own people and now your own attorney general to
fight corruption.
Exactly, to come and fight the very institution he's fighting so hard to defend. It does not really set it in a good space, and I'm not too conversant with this.
Kalusha Fakakrebika on the course no Africa president or had that boot to high empha course on for my drink chairman. I want to do Medini Omodia.
Opo Medasi, Quenja on the Mammy said, men come at
Kisie Jabe, Amidu say, or a surrogate MPP for Akufo-Addo Bekata Omo Chrono, and Omo Ketra Sishasu.
But Fumo du Pau, now Maricho started years of Michigan, I visit a chance here, but one chance it here. Surrogate.
Somebody made to represent.
Okay.
Something, but not the actual.
Yeah, Opo, now me take care you cue from Amidu what is saying now. Not just say that special prosecution now almost appointing in tea. Now they were expecting some loyalty. And one guy say Uncle Airbus in the middle Airbus there, Mr. Kwakopia Japan. The Japan and the conference and some.
No, he was working on the Airbus too.
And I'm saying now almost free say because of loyalty in think I want to say
on Chankofa. You had a Mahama.
It's a call and a conference by him. Now, just want to say, Kwesi Ejabinu, is he in there for witch hunting or is he in there for to do something across board?
We will see.
If it is witch hunting there, then it's better they not appoint because he's
already been appointed.
So,
he's been nominated. Yes,
nominated.
Yes, nominated, appointed. The same.
We are nominated. You have to go through the parliament. We have your approval. Right now, he has been nominated but not approved yet.
But he wanted to know that nomination appointment.
Nomination appointment. Say appoint to your nominee is the same. Yes. When you are done and approved, you have been given the job.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. So what I want to put across, they say, politicians, you know, are they bringing a Kisie Jago for ulterior motives to gag through their selfish interests of a Japan? And I say all the intricacies in our political landscape in terms of people siphoning money from the coffers of the country, you know, is he going to look into that one? Because I didn't say, Papa, we can't. Sir, a Japan in Hondia. There was no need for them even to have even nominated him to go or appointed him to go and do whichever way be. You should have been even there because Esana, I say, is in there for witch hunting. I say the Dominovo Dianibiano or kind of so. Also, right now what is happening is if you have the country at heart, they attack you as opposition leader, of which will not give us opposition member or.
Officer is only jabbing bound.
No.
As a performer, I see there be. And when I can say, don't interfere like you did with Amidu. And then the piece of Foriapia, so I say, or catch it or so a crata come Akufo-Addo say, a big mistake. So Bema Amidu Iden. If you are a special prosecutor and think Mao Manenko, but Akufo-Addo respond to the letter Croch Comano. And now frame Amidu, so catch Amidu say, and can reconsider the decision of resigning. And then Amidu also said no, he's not going back. Until both of them no Nanado didn't respond and when Amidu responded no.
From look of things, you said Amidu, right now, if it seems to be some allegations. Until we're proving otherwise. And I'm a
allegation, sir.
Sir, I somehow can say, almost say, or you can Japan deal. No, we don't know. Say, or can one count until say prove otherwise. But yes, I somehow campaign every day.
Yeah, PC appeal for in a car say, don't interfere like you did with Martin.
Yeah, if it really is true, what Amidu, I can't be true.
No, you know the story. Until I say no crowd.
I'm just say assembly no crepa
law firm near Gabidia. You know, Oforiata Bank, Data Bank, some the document is out.
That's right.
Until they know what you true.
I'm just say assembly what kind.
And Safoma for banner CEO. Or no yent meaning the 15 years. The older Japan, the other woman no.
You see, what I'll say is that he only proved that he has strong leanings or lineages with the people involved. But as to whether he was personally involved in shady deals, no, 100,000 to Africa Legal Associates. Say no, Gabidia. Is a friend or.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one I'm talking about. The letter
with Attorney General.
Exactly.
Implicated
the classmates and the lawyer and when I make him
that
say,
is what he mentioned.
Yeah, he feels that he has strong leanings with them. What the man on to me, exactly. That's what he says. If
now, school on the say Attorney General classmate.
I just want to say it.
Oh no, but they are classmates. Oh no, that's why.
I know what they are talking about.
On proving
but actually, you say what this man has
president started.
Whatever this man has said, you have to look into that one because it's a very serious issue.
No, Amidu letter they resign here. It's a serious change. I don't think they accuse you president your mother of false evidence. Also corruption in
say who say 24th or 25th no they almost share that assassin radio no yeah consultation man for say papa obey your engine too ya gidi too we are na fe dey almost am na be share kon na say by the NDC there on Jaikan MPP there on Jaikan sanya we chanting. That's about crossboard there. Make Kalusha and for a Kise Jabe. But if we're going to be a chanting there, you should forget about it.
508-846-3021. 508-846-3021. My info calls no. Wait me a friend. Worcester. Now our born number no direct. Outside and now the +1 I share anymore. May start calls no from Africa President. We are another debate to call Africa President Yanko. Hello, Africa President. Africa President, maybe I chose your course, Nazman.
That's Bibre, Mamicha, Namicha, Tiafonina, Mamicha, Chamonkoja, go, Micha, more years on ya. Mamma was making my family. Why are they? Dana Hundred, I move Bresse, I mind about Koya now, so being the honor of mutual mind inside.
Africa President, Jose. Hello, Africa President.
John pushing a phone.
What did my pastor say? Also, what did you say? John Bush and fire day. Yeah.
Or because and now the choir John also ready man. That's what I know. I'm not going to do one what are they? Yama for the Kazaka John appointment Konya. I think it's the moon another great you go a choir to somebody so possible. I'm telling you, we are going to say Kata Mijiles also Mukasa said by Yao, much of Mobanimonia. Now, Special Prosecutor media may say, Opa, a couple years to Special Prosecutor, and another man according to me and Aguma. What I say, Aguma in Africa, or Mampino, or Mampino, but Mama, Agumano, and Aguma, then a son, and I go so never from Mampino, or Mampino, called by Aguma. Then yes, my husband to me, Aguma, but I'm not so many Aguma. You know, I'm going to be
Africa President, Yada CP, I fed Daddy Boat to Asumame. Daddy Boat, Mammy too. Nyamia do me ho yes John yes mo yi na ma mo betray no na wo Sir John Crown dey say the other boat any wo so shabre we MPP
okay river aganya resontia international na mentia wa beja fo ni o ma ni o mu ya mo mu di mati e ba nyina na mentia mo mentia MPP sa o mu di abi but you are 18 to say that debate na dima obi 18 mu di ma di international ayala ntinti asre ayala ntinti asre nipa na o ti ase no ye hu de na o yu ona oyale da ono you wa fa so obre ye mpa ya obre ni na no nipa da se nipa ebo antima anye no nipa da se nipa ebo ti ba ni no ta ka tun asre no ta wo bi se ni na o be ma wo ni no de o ne si na be si na unti ni ni pa no nti mi kro mo so mo ha obi a wan pa e so mo fa so de ko to aba ni wo bo su na ye ni na o ma ga no obi esu yo ha se yakwani ya na ma ba ashebo obi ala me kwancha o prede o pra ntutu ama ni kuru nti ni sira mo o mo wa tendika o mo fa right plan no o mo fo mo yi asem ento la ni da o ko ta ni do be de se o me ti ma ko si kwa se o mo obi ma kuru mo ma me ya yudia e no e ma to da o ko na special prosecutor atema e ti e ko be na ndisi fo asha ase na we champion no de so we say community Israel na sema tani du je to say o my gala nko okukupa adi esika ebe ni bi mo mo ma o fe nka na gala nka ya yi be di pa nka ya nye sika to yefutu ento ye matra makwa bi o betra ha o betra o ni asempo bi ni ajuwa popo bi o be di ntinu o de so mo ko bo aban na o bo we a o be special prosecutor o bo market o say international market to one let them say you know just that boko ya ba say or you na juma anya into plan to yes or go to go do you know that class ni to no exam la la no Obenya ni fight every bit Yeko ene sa auditor ayi telephone no ni so any report to free no for any case na ni say ododo is like o da kredu Agradaa na ma me be say na ni subiri no e go ma go for no ma no sa no now the 3 days to tell the national evangelist uni be go school go do na munya ta channel Luciano, some cry Shibusumo, who is there in Shibusu International? Because I am a team, I see on a whole team. If you over a bosom in the international bosom, let's see him say the Sinana. Luciano, only you will be idea.
Okay, that about Special Prosecutor, or Dr. Lashmana, Kwamena Duncan, or to my Ghana, I'm a Diabeta, I'm a plan to I'm a Diakunano. It's MDC for almost a site. I'm a galamsey for la say about the moment to galamsey, and I'm that Mutima, you can't get to now to grow more. What is so good movie? International Name Council home, I'm in fact, Nana Ujam Bema Trafo. Nana only the part of me too.
Manana was the Namintia Minium. I get so you saw also pressure of Papa to be Mamma. Will be a mention. No, and then I also now see your work you. I so for now. Yeah, maybe I stand up and I'm when we couldn't deny a damn one, and I don't go in the TV after the other. Now, allow my swap we are PA into police for Cochina. Or police for a more than no, I would be only getting young in the age because we don't want egu police station no nya do
and akwala na wakum no motumi identify akwala no
akra no ba for body be sharp no so na o si data no eto na about 3 years 5 years or wonya akra wanyi ka.
Okay, we dey akire my ochina na ya je report na ye hu details of the story. My intel contribution on today's show.
Na me ko ni say duamu ko eni ni se ne duawuye tene jo sia bra na busia 14 pende ko we no obi meka say emi smeki meka say me pray di am prema amayo ko di amayo ko ti as a full soldiers and I see a course a to a full let's after a battery charger let's have to unity a charge for phone you know that's so previous a trap anything is me because yeah meeting and make a welfare once America once I can say woman be my near for no we monitor we and that cannot tell no we never also can also report for the what to Fundaka. Other can I say, Mabusia, Mabusia, the person who on very remedy. After, someone says to me, or more committee, then I can't come back to me. Let me tell you, and a woman need to say, hey, we will for Tadaka, we will for Tadaka. My best will say, I don't come up walker. What nonsense that?
What doesn't the own show? What doesn't the own show? Who are not Tadaka?
Now that can one time can't see me. You don't know for a boy. No one of the tankers what I can go see me. The person who may be one way you answer. I also the mommy person I just so personal or my
Martina no Jamia Dasi. Mammy fa Yenu Abema number no me who and ye old mine and yes I mean Yakwasi bread from Pachawa was not to us mammy.
Ibrahim
Ibrahim, yeah, Ibrahim na Drus yanko.
Ai opo da biya no aya hu me number na 995 no.
Martin. Yeah. Wo dia na ye eba phone so na ye international caller. The number doesn't display nti eba sa na ye dia ma me.
Okay, opo wo dey say yin nze ni de nyame dia chew na ye bompa ye mamu nyina mo America nyina. Nkankan NDC for na mo ho no ye kew bia na mo a mo ye Ghana fo a Ghana dama kuma so amuma tambia no yesu ye wo Ghana ha da nyumre se 520 ekobo 6 o Ghana ha ubom paye ma ye da bia mo kaye yakupo enhira mo so na opose de minia yi kasa wie ya no tejan eye sikani a awo MPP ma yenim no em se owu ye abusiafo ayese omu ka ho asam ne de and the problem bi ya ni ho by me de dia me ka se obobo nipa bo nipa ne tema ono ere na ni guso a wo hu se opo na ebuwa mi uwu ya wasamasa uwu ya de obede bia na funu na oda fom no hu nti buwa nipa na mara o ere o ti asenkwa wo ni mu ta mere na eso ye de obuo no uwu ya wo ye fruna ubiye bibia wo hu na opo si special prosecutor na nado appoint no oba ba chi hwan se ofeso be ya juma pa na so ganania wandi kan sha se na nado nan kasa mu ono an kasa se ebeyya yam prosecutor ono an kasa ansa na ye sifom ene ebe ma ye hu se ya prosecutor no ye no ni kwan so wo kan kore odini bae no oba be kata fight kata chi ne project anya sa pa de opo ende omundo guno kwa
okay
Nura na uka sembi ubisa miyami ni Rahman menina na yo yajma na nura no ubisa na sembi na Agradaa no bo wadamfo kwasiano wadamfo na yedai na odini tazin koye mimi tayi unya mi kwanzi kwa unya
yeah
mi kwanzi unya mimi Ibrahim mi tayi mi se omu ayebu omu faso omu na pewu bra omu na pente omu mbu omu faso na ude de DK and God is love ne nnuam ne shabu no aye Ghana no ude so kwa Agradaa ho akwa na odini mo jomanya se kwa abonjira wodi mi de me fua so papa goni pa na kaza woni brade unye tazi mimi ta ye de 100 Ghana kura mi nibi
na ma so say me koma Agradaa 1000 Ghana wo dey business in yeyi ani brain kunipa ata mo nse mo adage wo san kronfo no
Yadase Ibrahim, thank you very much Ibrahim, thank you. Yadase Ibrahim Nyamisha. Oluma Mamintio
Oposa won ye de
Erade no madini me jidi sa so ye
alhamdulillah amen chami ni imajucho ena kalusha na amen chame papa me sadan sof dan auto repairs ena party chama papa ya chama ko do agone Ghana fo nyina opo mami Agradaa sen ma bo kai de ma me na think say nyina say ndra me kai e ma me na ba fo hu se me aba fo hu se me ne ma me ni free no ma me na tna the TV station afo mi tin so ma me te on ka ta ya free me no since then opo nipa omo ba na o fie e be ka jam so person mo ko ma me lo mi tin men kan luma e pese ko ma me na ko jiske be yi ba me se me de me nko order enti se o ko na anye ya me nfa so bo no mbo me na obi bo bi o so ba na ma tunu fo me si wi aso ya kom sheni kura no o ba Islam we bi me Muslim o ba Islam a wo nya sa jide na wo fi Islam unya jide se wo jide o abode fufu anye nyame abode mu a wo fi Islam me nta sa na Christianity e etu ma yesu tuma ye ni mbre Mahama ka se mi wo so mo na asam ye omo ya dikam ni God love ni omo ana omo se bi omo ye intellectuals no wa ko school wa a lawyer we a professor we a graduate now we do sika ko to bank yes 2 months 60%. Now who nim 77 I didn't bet na ba begu. Common sense is not common to common people. Opo ma Amidu asamwa eba ye a wa troka tatinti dia ba Special Prosecutor. Opo wi ase de minim se kokosachi kasa chere do ne chefo a wote enso wote na bebu. Opo fufu abadi de bukrampo 77 wani monyam tra anwa mo. Nasa ma Amidu antimi anye adwuma we ya. Nyini se kitibu ati ya waba obetimi ya sasa ne mfisusa. Ewi ase so asirwa mo ntam kase etunore. Awunu be penti na abo asirwa jeje ne ba no yi na ni ara nchan. Na abofra osu aje nkukusu a ne to ene friends asirwa osu aje nkukusu a ne to na pai no. Opo me ka kwesi sai. Opo ya oba ya babu no osa. And our MPP big men now more party ni muna. Our more influence our government we muna. Upon one to me handle. And our baby a papa now free air banner. Bibi and we just obey me akokata ze she. Opo the American say ya hu nyama bebre asi one another dan kwa Akufo-Addo amambom. Cash proceed no about the castle wo hu fum so bia. Australia bisa ya pious na dinam and the other na ya answer appoint no minister view. Papa the journalist omunye journalist swa omudo mu ko Australia. Ekosi sen. That for ni na ada honam system no. Oh, my Amidu do more appointing say one plan be end this form. Aduna wo MPP mom di appointing my Amidu ai sad na. So plan be end this form. Wo be end this ni ben wo timi ni ko jambra no prosecute. We are corrupt, we are corrupt, amenya de ameto so da. You were Ghana and before bad power. The Pabia, Yomu buying car, Making Omo Major, some of the Sabbath, did cars near me there. You go out to send the Juma politics. Then the cars made the all. Opposite for the corrupt almost system, Omupo Manaka. Mean generate the Sum Cat and the form of Banomia Kron. That's another Akufo-Addo war and president I said was obey so another president idea fighting corruption. And you know we understand another Akufo-Addo there. Obey different because one come here to say, some know here 20 days, some know here foreign minister. No one day on Jackatia. I'm gonna come here to it. Now say finance minister court now.
Okay,
was all look out one Jackatia. Then to so one jacket now making sure that the body PDS not before and the power last year. 77 one from one a difference home.
That's it.
Okay, I try to mean I'm die. A boy for some money penny now, and yet they are trying to much you any.
Sammy to us, mammy.
Na mami monitor to say Akufo-Addo mechi. So asema me and me the same me can want empire. Abranti a hot iron ashi obi baba all in the name of 7 Ghana cities. I'm say opo Ghana former man no be say and mum treatment I did my man be of late is very bad. Yan kwa ni atabechu. They no fit to say. So we are Ghana ni them. Ono obanete. Now feel say Koye now fit say odi be clear. For the common abusion for opo because they be now odi no kwa. Ono so be na for bi na kotena. Now so to ba for na kotena. But say in the name of say ube kunu and now be temejini there. Opo it is becoming unbecoming. Our Ghana of late. Intermediate. The American say police for bema o machini opo. Somebody ni kotena court wa. Me say yeba emerani ni ye sa bema eni ni deeper ye because any man ye dey Ghana form man no ebi enye sa na man so di bibi na man no but they say no be bema ye na ye kan wasem ndi so be fa ayo ebi asisi obi baba sebi e dey big for me say on the name of 7 Ghana city opo eye very bad thing na ye na bema na ye it's a message emerani eni ni but the medical tone say you are said on the chrome for no queen madam penifo mo ka say na yi ase o mo Akufo-Addo na BP for penifo ni regional chairman one ma honopo I don't think say atomo ma can ebetima hold it because penifo to car as far you na tia enya dey on betima here Sergeant that tina konyan for so many years for be chairman for so many years and so obi bi ya na say go to me
Sergeant no is secretary no chairman no is secretary
open me so be secretary for so many years and over here a forest commission penny Emma Ghana and that Sergeant will be to go betra ya aboa no ni impatamo for and ya fe wo be wu and I bet new work say you would be funny one na you no maybe the mom so we are fine and that's any when but and ya dia be ya say and unti ya chatting say unti mama ya say that be no there and ya tuma so no so Ghana ho development be ko but any so mo dey on Sergeant yase and no mo di GDP afomo ekuro to manusi
yada see you know be masame mamemfa mumuni chokosi a ofrefi offenso kokote
Dunia obowacha na group o share on to income na group of the 150 years account you many opo na group o share onu wabushi for on kan o fika ya kire ni nyame ndae no abua faso na de ya kire ni chiweni many opo na group o share on kan ho na many Sergeant akọbi na ebe se wasi ya na ya na efunu ti ebe tutu awio ti ebe chi na awio ti ebe no na awio ti ebe sie ya sire mu enfo obi aho wasi mo obi ama ho mo menja mo no mo si o mo funu no mo nyo mo yie eyire na do dakwa Akufo-Addo ni mpanyifo so o mo buchafo so bewu no mo so ayo mo yie abusia ya ewo ya sinyina wana na busia ni wuda no beka si na busia ni wuda no paja ne sanere nti aye ni de Sergeant Professor mo mba ho no a o mo nja mo no mo nyo mo yie na Ghana ya fa yento ma pamfira mi na na me come asem so no the main point na me ko so no em say ya ka corrupt wasem mu ka corrupt wasem che ade o mo de jira asutu abama na do dan kwa Akufo-Addo ne say wo si ya tifika so e kom de nti nda me ba se mi busa Ghana fo eni mi nia no nyina say ye da so tifika no so anase ya sare so e kom de aho kire kanya dindodundum ladbel kosoro waterbel kosoro keska kosoro fuwa ni petrol ni akwa enda wo kwa ne Qur'ana sebi mini anmo mo fanchame wo kwa jana bia kura ba ko down na ya tu mini opo ya tu so wo kwa jana bia kura na ya tu mini opo e bia ya koso ya da su tisika no so ana ya service ka no so is still a comedy mini opo enura ni ya ka sembi e fa keta se any proya any jirumudie any kankai ngame bi se na do zakwa Akufo-Addo wo ba no kura no e ka ma me toka bia nka ho ngo be yiso former president Ghana o yiso na do no a ozianya wo ba ya be bi kura no amanfo mo ti wonyina wo tu obia ebubu obia fie si wo hie
na we fa ensama ye kan de no be bia na ado ti a otu obi ebem
me ba so ti o tak e ka corrupt ho
e kan de corruption
corrupt ho
e kan de
mi ni o pe me challenge me se ka corrupt ho ade ti na ka corrupt ho be bi obi ti wonye na sunjero si ya tu come up and you form what back on no one to other banner. From time in Kurmatam, no one to other banner. Bujatam, no one to Anna. Adudan Patam, no one to Anna. General Tam, no one to Anna.
Nabina says, Adibioha, Mamum Fanya politics. Nanado Tuono, now on your president. Into obey president Nasser Otifioa, obey up Omampenia, a free security zone. What I say, because I dare mind be penny, maybe hold on, Chocosi. No man for you. Rollins not to find. Now only maybe now President Mahama Norte. Me question is teach Mumuni and you be beyond somebody and you be beyond somebody politics. The president is a different person than when he was an ordinary or normal citizen. Oh, in Nipana, maybe hold on. Namiana, I'm out for some to margin. In Nipana,
special prosecutor. You special prosecutor, sir. One brand on the Gigana Sika, one of the Sika, no, one brand on the Gigana, to buy, or which will be one of the Cocoa to this Canamagana. It's what jacket, that's what jacket. Who's some for which you are made to look at what them. When they see the ball, what's that? Special prosecutor, Amidu, when Nedwest here, Sakano. What do you make out them? In your book, America, and the real center. Someone to the woman as you not to move us about the two. We had there the way for you. To move from the any courier, any pepper, and the $10 million and the book coming up to my thing.
Mumuni Chocosi from Ahimpo. Offenso Kokoti, Yadasi P. Raman, ain't you?
Opo, good evening, Opo, Dedica, Mamma, Basone, Admasune, Admadia Mubo. Na matia unity radio atiefo nyina omo America mamu omo tie Facebook bibia nankopon ka bibia omo bo aduma sa na Ghana fa no tuma pansra opo ma be corruption na sam no corruption no na egia me pa kasie say opo corruption ana digana corruption ana man de Ghana yakka kira afuna be sin de Ghana timi mu ko ba bia the Gina, saying now it's one fighting for corruption, it's me to free on my way. And give it a whatever about by say, Yamwa, said the Yaman or Sama, one show, Yabeka, Danya David to my chum. Including Yamwa, and I may, I dare kill my dinner party, and there, Special Prosecutor Yajina, and then my Tianu Trabate, Tapa Power or Mafa for you, Tapa Pano or Car, a Japan dealing or Kahubi. Opposite here or Kahu. General Japan also about the figure says, half a poet yet, a better shop where can green far. Papa, by Papa,
Raman, Canada Japan can dabe. There be one source. Canada Japan, the kind say, TTT. Canada Japan, the kind say, Kiseja being defending criminals. But one can say back at us a shark who's a jabbing a corrupt.
What a bastard to Sama? Where you corrupt? What some can send the founder? No platforms, not for that either amount. In the time before we are power to say Ombra Special Prosecutor, not a net on your buyer Puransha, no one send the brigade ever. Can Crapasa Ajumano Betmaye. Until Dobia a Capano of Panida Juman de Sanka by now, in correction of Sacrano paid by the Transaza, no winning a poor and them. I know my Amidu about the cano. Until poor I did, Yaya in the Panaba, who Pia the Cap of the Panoa and look what I said in the Panaba. Make a poor embassy. So the moment in the Brandon Center, or the money Yajuma. The sea, I found with another Duncan and Chibia, because of a panel, or in Yajuma. Another Duncan beyond the corruption party or Dukun to San Kubua or Timothy Timbai. So, for Republic, a bear Bakuna, one day captain power, corruption, after one funny ministers, after and talk for the Timber, Omitri, Prosecutor, Pia, NBC, come on, John the man, Mamma, or Chanda Abuka Peladine. No, Yafanan Kofiati, one I didn't call it. I'm another anti-man, your boat, and your side, what can you get?
Yada Sirama.
I said, Ajebia Panina solution bit ma so ajana no kwaya. Ese nyina ye bo ne nja se di ya ma no tem no. Na men ka mo.
Ya men ka ho ko jobo kutu aso wi na kwasi breakfast arizuko.
Opo Ejama sinu ma ma pa boy opo ensa me di chason ko ha mo tu be so chitum he di man unity with the K4. Ejima so any titu wangasa awu to put opo yan ko onka mo na onka o mo a yemi anu zongo fo opo o mo ye chire gidi so enso o mo pray pa na so ye gidi so yan ko ka mo we je o do mo beka o mo 30 days na ama ye nyina ye de apo se anyina ko ra aso dem edi na se mo de ama o ade opo me ko me samsu ye mame nana Agradaa ense sama o se wa ko se na bosu no opo me de gaga na me pese be bisanta o ye press conference o kan che se woni asobufo akukudam enti se no e yo no kwa na kwa ana woni asobufo no kwa na kwa so e yo no kwa na kwa de opo na isa mame na e yo futu na enso o to agu ye ni ana se o ye den na se ni wodi abusufo na wodi nyankopɔ
kwajo Agradaa oni sofu na kwa woni na nikunu sofu ketwa nikunu de oya associate pastor with nikunu na kwa Oshino bra cameras wo ha Oshino abra cameras wo ha bia twa video enti wa nkwhye ba bi no no nko ase wo Oshino
because ana chabusu mtia no ya so akobi di bosu nso de hu a na konfo ne da ya konfo MCS na ya se ne bosu eti o ga je so oni asobu fo kukudam na oni fu kwa ko tam o konfo no kwa no se na ni kuri o sofu eti se oni kwa akobu fo e hono cha se enso da ya tuma adenti na ni oni asobu fo kukudam na nko na adansi dia mbom na oni o sofu no
kwajo ade T oko video ko Ghana web video ni da ho abusum na yaboabo na omo hye nyina wo enye wankwhya kokwam na ye nsantwerefo nyina wo bi no ye nti ja Agradaa life man
yo otore ka tane tedi awde be da ma me na si se watimi adi no bo hye so ama Ghana fo nyina hu se se de wo nyame ampa enti ne se no nyame a waba be hu no o ma dan tie kese MP na se de be ya o mo yira no opo o mo ba se sane o mo a o mo koje sika gari no opo akwan ya ofa so a onya wo mo no on for sa nyame tumi na odi ama no en for sa kwa no so nki akra no e ma nyankopɔ ne gidi da nyankopɔ e be hia no na ono ene yusumane e ka be bi se o ma me kwan na enya dia o mba ma se do e yi na e ba so fo sa se mi a ahimane e ka ni asama e hu ye pa na mo ye sa na o kida no na sa wo hwe empanyimfo e wo Ghana ha enam so for mo ka se susu na o mo de ne na mamre mo mo to amre mo ti ana me ye ze me kwa ko manya ko mo fo enfutu pa enam kwa no so enso enam so mo de mo ka na mo ti mo mu hida fi ya be so mo eye ni Ghana fo nyina yi ye nyina ye enyo mo kwa na yisu ka za ka mo de ba sa kwa no so jumra e sa kwa e pa antokwan o problem bubu ya be 8 years ni enso ko ko ya ha ko ja ọmọ jani na o enti aba so mu na osa kwan pa opo ma kwano kwan de ọmọ mo de so mu be ye anta na yie na ba so abaso na minya na de echa to minya na 70% of the 70 nti wa ko di kan yire no po sa so mu enya so ma ye de ni pa no ko dina court e da so we ye de no ko ba bi kan ye poni tu ni o na so wonu dia fa international 70% of the 70 what me di kan de po e rudasam ana papa na ye e jaban anase ye mpa emra bia ye de ne foso a ye nyina ye bi di be ya adisuade no po mu ni nyame nya ma
kwacho poku mahala ye da se kwasi brefo twaso akwasi brefo twaso wotemenka akwasi brefo wotemenka okay akwasi brefo wotemenka the next person wow face is here to asma me hello
Pomitonka.
Yeah, kwasi yanko o jina so ne dru so ano ayen ntem na obi so atimi aba.
Okay. Opo me da se pa enda obi oti royal baby show ni so me da se pa enda obi bi am da masina. Meka se John die no. Se John die no se na MPP for mo ni bibi am betimi akopa tra na amotimi abayi ni bi. Because someone more party na sana emi pa te se mo ye bibi na mutu ko patro na baby ni sa this for almost some kan be kase and the MPP for say inte MPP te se mo pe bibi na mo ye na to some say okay galamsey na me say me type bibi ka say o Facebook and say and the na ye wa say na ye busia for Ghana na any US for kwa ye wa manani ye busia for Ghana na anything to area in Serbia 50 and I say 60 packs. Then champagne Ghana. Then from come on I'm saying my second a because sana bunse konum science na de how no be complain saying the film and send the music we compare send this in pack 50 pack and I say 60 na shitiako. I just say I'm wondering to be on Benjamin sooner a fisa a neighbor. To me, Mr. Say, Sankay Bisa and Kayapa, Mr. Kakam, some more canon. Now, Agradaa, so a dana pass say, why Nakupa friend and dana
okay. Yeah, that's it. Question, sorry. Mepaja, what was not to ask my hello. What? How would you file at main too?
You become a member of the any Adinopa, you go American night, Adiak or my Ghana, and potential, and to join now, I sent through from my the passing, not my Ghana, and Kunamin. Now, some probably unit person, I do my phone now. We just come here, I don't understand American, one minute, 10 minutes for the moment, and I'm no more than young can have 2024. Mom, about Ghana, the I'm in German MP, I like to see you Haruna, this young Kona, and free and coupon for months. Now, I mean, you didn't tell me here, I like to see you Haruna. In June, I was from the country, everyone dying. I did to my president, quite a lot of MP. Yeah. So when I was so, you know, Ghana, the Kwamena Duncan, Ghana is some degree. The are before Kwabaka, someone, and some fata. In the Ghana, it's why they will grow a say. In the Ghana, Southern China country, Kura Upu in in the Ghana, I don't China country, I mean, because China need that, you're going to see. They are done. Ghana need Dr. You're going to see, and they are sweeping out to send the name. I say, you get idea. If you say Ghana, no, I think no, because I mean, don't be saying Ghana, I think everywhere Ghana, look at it, China for Ghana, Upu. Okay, sister, I'm American, you need to the color, you are more American, you get Ghana, no, you are saying because not the brother, you are a coach your Ghana, airplane, and Garcia, and you know, American. You are Omani, the Nadu, a free Ghana for galamsey, the Nadu, you can galamsey, the Nadu, I get that to see the Omana, this moment. It's a Ghana for you, Kutu, a vampire, excellent Kupo, Yellow Kupo, and no Supani, Yellow Kupo, and no Ghana, you and the Nadu and Cassadia, Cecilia, Omani, you know, money, I used to go through, but now I used to go through, and cash, I used to go through, into pressure for, or Mina with the every say, Kupo, a good worker, crack a crack with 2024. So the Mama, everybody Ghana free question, every Ghana according to the capacity of the and Brass.
Yada CP, and your Bema. I would do file Unity Radio 103.9. My main kind, Nana Scott Safu message now. Yanya sorry, you made it soon. Me van to Bosuo for him say, Yabaya, a Jumaka crowd won't feed him until after show no. Yabaya. Na your head of IT try saying video no onum no na you betumenya other avenue bi na mo tumi atini no but if it becomes impossible there you be call off kakra na wotumi aye asane video no maye nyoma ese so ye we are na yasan so de amamo na eno no with that said no mean kind Scott Saffo message out the free Missouri by I say good afternoon fellows. You guys are doing great job for Ghana. I hope you all drink Manucho's advertised Kankaliba every morning before you start the program because every news item coming from Ghana doesn't make sense and emotionally draining. At the moment, let's move past the current government and dream of better leaders in the future. Squadsafo say he's already given up on Nanado. Squadsafo no or ardent fan because the previous administration no almost to papa so Bas Brandon in Yoma Tantantans are no a proponent of let's change and see what happens. But after a couple of years, also give up. The way forward for Ghana. I know any new Abema Scott Safo message out the by Kalusha Manucho Atrasi. Quick one. More final submissions now. Sorry.
Opo ya bebe chaha omanga na hodo. Ene sedachi chimbano. Enoma ebetuma koye. Na se
Vimben wa kwenye no kitchen hodi abaza.
Me koye na se onse na se me ye ibi me yin su kakra.
Where dey?
Koye.
Chantro because Roya hu.
No me dey the crowd chair no.
Roya na etia no be ka kire se wo video call so ne ma.
Na video call na me friends Zoom. So Scooby the later e be kan wase. Ampa me na se me twin chanko to be ba ade se me miswa. Me ma ba akra na me tia.
Say be applications now be no official
application
including says
manu chukra ma say application be slow
o pesa wo do
e se mo ka wa chiro yeah offer do be be slow
o go there for summary point my answer
what I want to put across is say you pay the phone time o ba no manifestos money o ma yom ma nya so many hopes but what share is say no ma course so video yi no crowd be other part of Ghana and land na ICU Western yom 5,000 hectares ye ni wasini takwa mpotem ho ene omuso land how is ya say afa na asema na e kan sa makri chloride na e kan wasem no se wotu na wodi usika akoto nsuo na onom na wodi usika akoto bode banchi bankan ene ne kaka ho na afei ohwimu firi moja oyemi oya na wasanya kidney failure na you see say impedifo ni di abro pa. We have to stand up for our right. We have to stand up for our right. And yes, sir.
We don't have to stand up for our left. Right.
Eti opose anya ni sana ya nkasamwa. Eso nkasa otimu so na ere. You bone.
Okay.
That's what we want to do.
Nkasa etiro ho.
Ya nkasa etiro.
O MPP ni o NDC ni o. Ensuo no monye kala. Ensuo nya kala asem. Ensuo no nya yankasa ne mpene forma insu papa nom because your life cannot be political. Your life is your life and you have only one life. Manu Jodian azu dijai.
Pray for Ghana.
Pray for Ghana.
Yes.
I don't want to Scott Safo ya adwene. Scott Safo se ye be show na ye ntra se ye be no hahamani bi ukan kaleba no. Na yanom na blood pressure akofom. Because every news coming from Ghana was it
heartbreaking.
The bro from Kansas.
Hypertensive.
Was it every news coming from Ghana doesn't make sense. And I say emotionally draining.
Yes. Yes. Indeed.
Upon South London or say national please greet Bra Kofi and Akuya for me. Omwati Akuya ene Akuya ne Kofi Prince upon South London or some chamo na mu tie yumedie no nti Prince ese memfa nchia kese pa mamo Akuya and Bra Kofi Akuya and Bra Kofi. Special greetings to you guys from Prince Upon Ansa from the United Kingdom. With that said, I was only a cow saying you are my prince, Osu Mensa, you know, Baso, Yame, Ayaduma, Memenda, Ebe, Church of Pentecost, 41 Providence Street, Massachusetts, Worcester, 01604, Yenuaba Martha, and Yabusia Tunsa, Worcester, Funina, Prince, Yanua, Nawahakon, Nakrana, and Uniho, Timoma Enchre, Odo. Cash up, I'll be to me. I send you donation, the Ama Matter, Matt Vet, MATVIRT. And a zero number near 508-667-6902 508-667-6902. Mr. Make a point nebra nabechichi yenu abai ne nkwada Prince Eja Omogunu sono ere. Dress code ye black and red. 12 noon to 10 p.m. 12 noon to 10 p.m. So all shifts are covered. So na Mabel, yes sister Mabel quarantine. Oni ni hokani yeah, so Captain Martin quarantine so etna say ye memenda ebe na otwe ewo Pentecost Lincoln Street 617 number no eso yes sister Mabel ni nua ene ne maame afimu abom so tro mienu pa ha adwen ti mama ye nchire odo memenda ebe na otwe nemum memenda ebe de all roads lead to yenua bema Prince Owusu ansa na yie no sister Martha woni abusua ya mamu nyina yako munkafra nkwada ntiti chichiom re venue no maka 41 41 Providence Street Worcester Master Jesus Worcester Master Jesus abusua ya demusia nyame hira mu nyina sada meka no yebeye mfidie mu adwuma kakra enti se IT boss hwe na sesese odum no chinchim ne ya obedum no ti ebi ebe call off kakra se ohwe nso na obetumi manage yisu ni technological wisdom e dia sustain mu kakra kopim so obewi adwuma no so obeye me did the open national couldn't have done this by myself but with my able lieutenant manu twa share space said the samai kalusha nso akọ kitchen ho akonom coffee ni oba video call asamba na me add much na yes
video call me say me call zoom.
Don't defend yourself.
I'm defending. Maybe say me show na me.
Kalush Manucho kasa.
What say?
So no buy video call.
And me say adna me koye no man hu a. Ni kwa so be try na moka. Yeah hu. Na obi tie che na say me nya yi application me kwa na adin ba be say. Enemies of progress.
Our problem is our leaders. You remember our great grandmother? Yeah, sent one.